the button now.
Hit the button.
Live.
There it is.
Jesus.
Man, I'm glad I didn't say all those horrible things about Jake.
Yeah.
Yes, heard it.
Like it ever stops.
Homie done alluded, Phil. This is
Right?
an investigatory true crime podcast.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Truth crime or true crime?
Truth crime.
It's the truth crime.
As the
Yes.
host of this podcast, I will not be offended.
Oh, this is gonna be a shit
It's
show.
It's gonna be an absolute hoot.
I just heard a bloop.
I'm adding.
There he
I'm putting,
is.
I'm putting Billy in. There he
Good,
is. Look
good,
at
good.
that
Dog Billy, we out here.
beautiful boy.
What's up, guys?
Excellent. Good, yes.
It's like
Billy's
a
It's
Yeah,
not one
yeah.
last lighting.
Did anyone actually promote this episode on Instagram or anything?
No,
Because I feel like we all dropped the ball. And then
I messaged a bunch of people. I was like, "Hey, it's live."
We started.
yeah, and Rob Christian posted that him and Jeremy are doing their recap tonight, and I was like, damn it, that would have been great if we did like some cohesion, you know? But I'm
That
pretty
would've
sure
been-
they're
Oh,
live
God.
at the same time, so now people have to fight for who they want to watch.
Yeah. Who's he gonna
Well,
be?
there's 6 of us and 2 of them, so I think the
That's
odds are in
true.
our favor.
That's true. We just smother them in love,
Yes.
suffocate them with hugs and groping.
Team.
Oh man, the Keller special,
The Keller special.
The Keller experience, as they call
Keller,
it.
the full Keller
Yeah,
experience.
it is the Keller experience.
I won't lie. There were several newcomers to Daytona that received the Keller experience who were post fact honored, but at the time in which they were addressed, it was very
It
alarming.
wasn't
Yeah.
appreciated at the time.
You could
Oh
just
no,
say they
it was
after.
appreciated post interaction.
Like most involved traumas, you really don't understand them until later, right?
You don't. Yeah, the message takes
That's
some
true.
time to fully upload.
Nice,
You know.
nice.
I was the first one he got. I feel, I feel like I was the, I was the first one. Yeah,
We get it. You're
what-
special.
I am.
Yes.
It's probably because he skipped me last year, and so this year, he got me. Real
I
good.
don't. Did he didn't get me.
He tag
This
teamed me.
year?
in Chris.
I don't think so because I always try to stay at least 2 arms lengths away from Keller at any given time.
I got a gentle,
Like an out,
gentle
like an,
caress.
I
like
didn't
an
think
angry
he could do-
raccoon. You got.
I didn't think he could do anything. I didn't think he could do anything gently.
See, the
Like-
thing is, when you go to Keller, you have to initiate the bromance, and then you get a gentle caress. If you
Yeah.
don't,
You initiate before he does. Otherwise,
right,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, he got me good, like that boy intends to. But at the same
Yeah.
time, people taking audio clips out of context, other people that did not approach him and did not say, "Keller, how's it going?" and give him a big hug. Oh no, they got the full treatment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, see,
you had to,
I-
you had
I
to address
think-
him first.
See, I addressed him first, but I think the problem was I was the first one. He had been waiting for somebody all week.
Ah,
It was all pent
Yeah.
up. So he just unloaded, and it was not.
Jake, I'm sorry that you're going to be the
Philip.
first.
No, it was not.
Were you gonna smoke this and then you ended up giving it to me because it's already punched?
is it really? I may have. I may
gave
have.
that cigar
Dude, I
to
totally
Keller
forgot to get all
Experience.
those cigars from you, dude.
You did. You
I
did. That's all right.
I'm upset.
I'll see you
We'll
soon.
take care of them.
I still have. We still have the real ones coming. So,
Yes.
damn, I was gonna say something before Smitty got me on the punch.
sorry.
Man, it was about Keller. Never mind. Oh well. Here we are.
Yes.
This
So-
isn't Snakes and Stogies. This isn't
No.
THB.
This isn't flipping 10.
This is like Wu-Tang Clan coming
I
together.
really want to
with
thank everybody
Ultron.
coming to our newest episode of Corn Stars. I know it's been a minute since we've brought anything out. We've got an absolute roundtable of badasses. I think tonight's going to be a great episode.
Yeah. Pretty much
Yeah.
the Corn Kings.
The Kings of Corn.
But
Loudmouth.
but
It's a-
regardless, this
Getula,
episode is-
Getula.
Getula. Regardless, though, this episode is still brought to you by blackboxcages.com. That's that Tim.
This episode's brought to you by your local stroke victim.
Blackboxcage.com.
The left side of my face went numb, man.
What?
Blackboxcages.com. Check them out. Facebook, Instagram. You need a rack, you need a cage. Black Box Cages are all the rage. We worldwide.
Yeah, hell yeah. Black Box, great
Use
supporter
your
of the
code.
show. We talk about it every time. They make an incredible product at an incredible price. They're not some ridiculous lead time. I think everybody in here is enjoying their products. So check them out. Check out the website. Put code THN24
24.
at
Yes.
checkout for a little something. Support the podcast. Support the incredible people that are working on that product, and live that life. Love it.
Me and Smitty got to go get our
Well,
order here in a
You
couple
know,
weeks.
I'm wondering if we can time it, if they'll be done before that Southeast Reptile Expo is going on in Atlanta.
Let's hit it.
Maybe we can hit that. I was curious about prices for vending and stuff, but miniature gripe, someone doesn't want to answer messages in their DMs. So
Squeaky wheel gets fixed, my friend. You got to make the most noise.
I don't know.
Come on.
I
man.
am very much interested in the All American one that's happening in Charlotte next month as well.
You talking about the plant and reptile expo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one looks good. Figured me and the girls would go see that, and then maybe depending on sort of how that looks, if we end up getting to it, maybe I'll vend next year at some point. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I said the same thing. I'd like to go and just see how it goes. And
We got I still have family in Charlotte, so it's convenient. I can go up there and got plenty of people to crash with.
get after it.
Huge group of people already in the chat. Love that.
Yeah.
Chris, what's up, dog? So stoked to meet you. Hunter, what we doing?
Oh yeah.
Sir, what's up, my boy?
John Lasseter, JT, Joe,
Jack,
Let's not
Yeah.
forget about.
Oh,
Let's
man.
not forget about the man, not the myth, the legend, not a myth. I guess I don't know what I'm
So
saying.
he's physically here.
Sanchez. Yeah, Chris
Yes,
Sanchez.
Chris Sanchez.
What's up, buddy?
What a
It was so
Randy-
cool.
Randy-
personality. Guy was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, Chris is a freaking G, dude. I love
Dude,
that.
so many treats this Daytona.
Dude, this
Yeah.
was like, I
many-
swear, dude, this was like, as far as like people,
yes,
this was one of the best ones.
one of the best, without a doubt. That's what I
Agreed.
was thinking too, because the show itself, which we'll get into it. Overall, it seems like
Yeah.
it was slower than last year, just in terms of like overall attendance. But in terms of like people hanging out, our group that came in and stuff like that, hands down, I loved hanging out with everybody.
It was
it's-
massive.
Great.
The quality of people that came through was just top
yes.
Yeah.
tier. Top
This was a good
Agreed.
year, man. It was like a
Yeah.
giant family reunion, like a countrywide family.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, and several people we hadn't even met before.
Yeah.
Like
there was-
so many.
There
Yeah.
was multiple people that I met this past weekend that I've been talking to on the internet for 5+ years. You want to talk about a freaking hug when you see somebody? It's like you're best friends with them, but this is the first time you met, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, dude, oh wait, we've actually never hung out. But this is sick." Like,
But you just like immediately start talking shit.
oh
'cause
well,
you've known
dude, the
each other
weekend
for
was
so long.
dude, it just kept flowing, dude. There was not a
Yeah.
skip a beat, nothing. It just was
Yeah.
straight ride.
They were a creeper in their basement, and you loved it.
Yeah.
It's so funny how it's flipped, because you remember like 20 years ago, you met someone on the internet or you had friends on the internet. People were like, "Oh my god, you're gonna get murdered," and now it's like the
Right.
complete opposite.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Like you completely know them.
yeah.
Dude, the first time I ever met Sky in person, I slept at his house. Like that was
Dude,
it,
man.
settle down, bro. Don't be telling the internet this kind of stuff, bro.
It's true though.
You said we
That's
were gonna
also
say
the
it.
same weekend I crashed
At
your
his
dirt
house in his bed.
When two boys swipe right. Mattel.
bike.
Hey, we got on the wrong app, but it still worked out, bro.
Smitty did the same thing to me. First time I met him, he was at the house
Oh, that's true. That
That's
was for
it.
Carpet Fest, wasn't it?
many moons ago.
That was a long time ago.
Was a long
Jesus.
time ago.
Dude, the magnitude of people out at the pavilion on Friday night, Saturday night, was
Bro.
just
The
insane.
gazebo.
The gazebo. We
The
were
gazebo.
gazeboed up.
Yeah, I think
Or-
last year Smitty and I counted like 53 people on Friday night, and I think we beat it this year.
I didn't
Oh,
even
by a
count
lot.
this year.
Yeah,
I didn't
Yeah, it
even
was-
bother to count.
There was way
Yeah,
more than 50 people out there.
yeah, it's great.
It was rad. It was real cool.
So, how do you guys want to kick this shindig? We really don't have. I'm not to speak for other people, but if there's updates that people want to release, let's hear them now, and then I guess we'll get into the nitty gritty of the show. Does that sound like a plan, boys?
Yeah,
Sure.
if we just
What are
we
you-
just
what are you
go
smoking?
in a line?
I am smoking
What's
the Veterans Tobacco True Believer in a Lancero. This is the company that will be producing the Snakes and Stogies blend cigar. Everyone here got to taste it except for Jake. Actually, no, Jake, you smoked one while you were there, right? You didn't. Oh boy,
I didn't have a single cigar while I was there, dude.
what
I
are
got
you?
you gave me a couple, Phil. I got like 4 or 5. So
Good,
if you
good.
come down, I got one that you can have.
Yeah,
too.
get it up to Jake. Get it up to Jake. I got more. We got more coming, but
that size that Phil has? That is out of what I've had so far. That is the best size for the that blend is just.
yeah,
I made sure to take my presents very seriously, and I actually kept my shit intact and nice, and I wouldn't give it to those. And I put it in a safe spot right when I got home because I'm a real
Excellent.
man.
See, I didn't have pockets that weren't already full of stuff, and I had very few pockets on me, and I did not want to ruin said cigars.
that's
And I
fine.
didn't. I did not want to make the long trek back up
That's
to the
fine.
room.
We got like 200 more coming, so don't sweat.
Fanny
I
pack
heard,
for me.
I heard a beep. I heard a beep. Here he is.
There he is.
The man, the man, not a myth. Harry Claiborne, everybody.
What's up? I had a diaper duty.
That'll
Not
happen.
Not a duty diaper, but a
Same.
diaper duty. But
What's
we here. We
the
in it.
what's the extension cord coming from your beard?
Oh god, that is because I got a fairly cheap headset.
He's got his gaming headset on, dude.
He's over here looking like Chris, boy. What up?
That's an aviation headset from 1976 for a Northrop Grumman Tiger.
And it works great.
Yes, excellent. But no, yeah. So real quick, the cigars. Veterans Tobacco is a company down by me, who is all veteran owned and veteran run. It's actually a cigar shop, tobacco producing facility, as well as a gun shop. And they have online sales. And the blend, I expressed that I wanted to do basically a Corojo Maduro kind of hybrid. And I don't know if that's exactly how it went. I mean, I'll let the other guys give their opinions and whatnot, but I think it came out pretty awesome. So, unfortunately, the Snakes and Stogies bands were not available in time, so they gave me a bunch of sticks to bring up and share with the crew, and that's what I'm smoking tonight. So,
They're real good. I smoked a couple at the gazebo. It was dope.
excellent.
I'm not a cigar smoker, and I got all the way down to like probably that much left before the band. So
Yeah, man.
that's the whole thing.
I found those ones you gave me in my backpack the next morning and was like, oh yeah. But yeah, I look forward to trying them.
Excellent.
I had that underground that Joe Rosa brought me.
Nice.
I brought one to a good buddy of mine that works in the shop that I run, and he's a big time cigar smoker, and he smoked it in like 8 minutes because he's a demon.
Damn.
He said my notes are it's light and tasty, not too strong, a great summer smoke, and he smoked it at 102 degrees, which is the temperature in the shop at the time.
Oh god.
Like a straight cigarette. Just fucking
Damn.
Yeah, no, he took his time with it, but
Like a Virginia Slim.
No, Marlboro made cigars.
no, he did enjoy it. He took his time with it. He really enjoyed it.
He did
Nice.
he did the Tom from Tom and Jerry when he took that cigarette. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that
whole
sucker
thing.
the
One
whole way
drag.
down. One drag.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then Smitty, which one are you smoking?
I'm smoking that Cohiba Bahike you gave me.
Oh, the Bahike, yeah. Dude, I must have punched that and put it down or something. Sorry.
I never even noticed. I just pulled it out of the case and went to go cut it. And I'm like, wait a second,
Was it loose or was it in cellophane?
loose.
Okay, yeah, because I got two boxes of Bahikes. One was in cellophane, one was not.
Just got cigars rolling around all willy.
Got a little extra gazebo love on it.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Keller got a hold of it. It
A
definitely
little patina.
God.
Nice.
It's
nice.
patina.
Oh, Jesus. So I talked to the owner of the company and said, hey, man, I really need a breakdown of like what the blend is. And he was like, oh, I'll get it to you later. And then I tried to contact him today. He was running around today. He didn't have his notes. So I will, when the final sticks are produced for Snakes and Stogies, I will have an actual breakdown as to what the wrapper, binder, filler, all that will be. And yeah, look forward to it in the near future. So
Harry, what
Dope.
the hell were you just doing, my guy?
My chair's falling apart, and I was hammer fisting it back into place.
He
Trying
was
to
putting he was putting the phone books back under it so that we could
all the sugar packets came out. And, hey, I don't know. I'm a carpenter. I don't want to get into it. It's all very technical, but I was just punching my chair back together. So
yeah, very tough.
Well, I
I
think
don't
it's
want to
funny.
challenge y'all's minds with carpenter terms, right?
I saw Harry did one of those Instagram things where like it's like show a picture of your childhood or whatever, and it's him with a big red tail boa laying like on the ground or something.
That thing was a neonate, bro. Chill out.
Yeah. And all I could think of was that's the same guy just without a beard. This is you have not aged a day, sir.
if I shave, I look 20 years older. It's the reverse than most people.
Really?
Yeah, no, I look like a old.
I
I've got the Benjamin Button disease.
I don't think. I somehow think that is not true.
I'll
Harold.
send you.
I think it's
I don't know.
hilarious.
I've
that
seen
everyone that's met Harry
I'll
has
send
actually
you
all said the same thing, and that's seen a picture of him when he's younger. They've all said the exact same thing.
Nice.
And everybody thinks he's way taller.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Dude, everybody's like, dude. I guess probably because I met Harry like quite a while ago now. So like I already
Jeff
knew.
and Kim were like, "Thank God."
One of us. One of us.
Fucking chains ran up. It was just all, "You're shorter than me."
Yeah, I demand a recount. I
Bro.
demand a recount. My back's been hurting. I think I lost a little bit, from
That's
that.
Brandon in the chat right now. He said, "I'm taller than his ass."
Nice. I was just about to say
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
there it
so comforting to see Harry, his wife, Valentine, Gendra, all my height, loving it.
Vibing.
I have a picture
vibing.
of what it looks like I'm holding them like action figures.
That's a good picture.
Oh,
I feel like
my God.
said that to
Oh man.
We
All right.
doing
Well,
updates.
yeah, we can
Yeah.
do updates.
So
Do we just
updates?
want
What
to
do
go
you-
on
what
a
do you got,
row? Start
Justin?
with
Yeah, Smitty's kick it
I
off.
don't really have a whole lot. That clutch of corns hatched the week before we left for Daytona. That was the pairing of the lavender diffused female to the Castagna Motley male. All normals, as I expected, which was kind of the first time that I was like, these should all be normals, and they actually were all normals.
Yeah.
But man, dude, some of those things started shedding today, and I haven't sent pictures yet. But good lord, those things are. I'm thoroughly convinced after talking to in the Corn Stars chat, Eric and Jeff at Cascade Corns. I'm every time I seem to hatch Castagna stuff, I'm getting more and more convinced that maybe it's not a simple recessive thing. Like there is some sort of hint of it in some of those het animals, because the saturation on that first third is just, to me, it seems more extreme than what you would get with a regular. Better idea of what's happening there as more people do stuff with it, but really, really, really good looking babies. So,
And those are going to be really pretty adults that will be, classic-esque, especially with that kind of Castagna influence. And then you breed those together, and you're going to get just an absolute miracle dice roll of stuff, which is going to be really cool.
Lavender Castagna is a pretty cool looking snake.
And then
So
throw in Motley and Diffuse at the same time.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
that'd be a fun.
should
That'd
be
be a fun
interesting.
pairing for somebody.
But other than that, I mean, that's it. Been doing some feeding trials with rhinos and rosies, and I think I had one or two take a rosie, but everything else has just been kind of hanging out like they want nothing to do with food. So whatever. That's about it. I think nothing else super exciting going on. So Jacob.
I got my first 2 clutches out, so that's cool. It's about all that's really new, other than my female albino pine is still egg bound, so that sucks. That's no fun. But yeah, I got Apalachicola white oaks that finished hatching out while I was gone, and I produced Pitchophis.
My man.
That was a big one. So very happy with those. I wasn't going to keep any, but now I am. So
Yes, sir.
I hate myself, but it is.
That's
it
what
is.
we do.
that pair you're keeping, you would have been a fool not to.
Yeah,
Those are both. They're all really pretty. Those are
I agree.
really, really pretty.
exceptional. So yeah, those are cool. The picture office are Brewster County, Texas Marathon to be specific. Fork line, Sonoran Gopher Steaks. So, and it was a complete sausage fest. I ended up with how many babies I had? I ended up with 7.1.
Oh,
So
Damn.
that's
Hit 'em
super.
with
That's super sick. So if anybody wants
'em
some
with it.
boys, hit me up. I got you.
Stocking stuffers, man. Pets
Yeah,
for
I'm telling
days.
you, man. That was last year with the Santa Rosa White Oaks, man. I ended up with like 16.3, I think.
yeah.
Last year it's just silly.
Some spirit somewhere hates you.
Yeah. So, but this year with the Apalachicolas, I got 4.7. So, I'll take that. For sure. So, yeah, everything else pretty much business as usual, other than Daytona pickups, and we'll get to that here in a bit.
Good stuff, man.
Philip.
I came home to no regurg, no deaths. Golf clap from me,
Hey,
right? Because I know that's always in the back of our minds. I didn't have any eggs brewing or gestation bellies full. I didn't do any of that, but it's always nice to come home and know that nobody threw up, nobody died. So
It's always a good feeling.
that's just it, man. And I brought some animals for some of the guys that are here, and I had the pleasure of remembering that I didn't clean any of their previous enclosures, so I had to do that this week. So it was basically just cleaning out empty stuff, which is also kind of nice. You know what I mean? Little spring cleaning, so to speak, or I guess we should say end of summer's cleaning.
Yeah.
Dude, like real talk though.
Yeah.
Do you know the feeling you get when you walk into your snake room after being gone for several days and it doesn't smell like death?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's such a relief because that's
So
happened to
cool.
me. I walked in after a weekend gone and something died, and my room smelled like death, and it's
Oh, yeah.
traumatized me ever since. So now when I walk in, I'm like, it doesn't smell like
That
anything
first-
died.
It's
So
the first place
Get
you
it a
go.
little sniff.
It's the
Yeah.
you walk in the house and you beeline straight to the room.
Yep.
And you're just all.
No, we're good. We're good. No, I showered and did all my laundry before I walked into the snake room. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah, for sure.
I did not step foot near it before that.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Well, and that's what you also learn to if you're going to be gone, say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you don't feed Wednesday
Yeah.
because there's a high probability that something may not take its food or it may regurge for whatever reason. And
Yeah.
see, I have obviously come home to animals being deceased, which is a tragedy, but more times than not, I've come home to a bloated, rotten rat that did not get eaten. So now you
Love
make
that.
sure you do it. You either don't do it, you don't feed that week, or you kind of wait a little while earlier to do it that way.
that's when you find the water bowl mouse. Is after you've been
Oh
on
God!
like,
yeah.
vacation.
Love that water bowl
Yeah.
mouse.
Oh,
Just
dude,
a
just
spicy
thinking
little
about
bitch.
it, man. Just thinking
Yeah.
about it makes me sick, bro.
Yep. Yeah, I know that all too well. So, Sky, what do you got, man?
Nothing much really. If you guys listened to Flippin' 10, you heard that I hatched out some Baron Eye, so that's the most recent. They all shed out, all 9 of them. And,
Are they hybrids?
they are
Every damn one of them.
Nah, they're doing good. They hatched out really big. Like everyone that messaged me about them said that they were really big babies, which I thought too. So only 2 of them have taken so far. All I've tried was frozen thawed, and then I tried a frozen thawed with some gecko skin on it. And the same 2 have just taken 2 meals now. So I need to get my hands on some live pinkies to try it for the rest. But that should do the trick. If it doesn't, I got a couple other tricks. But other than that, it's been cleaning the enclosure up and maintenance and everything, dealing with all these lizards.
I'll chime in real quick and say on that front, my newest scenting technique is something that you, Sky, will have more than enough ability to do. Is when your monitors shed, they shed in pieces, right? Because they're lizards, right? And you got little pieces everywhere. You take that piece of skin and you roll it into a little cigarette, and you stuff it in the mouth of a pinky, frozen thawed, of course, frozen thawed. Let's not be inhumane. And you do that, and then that head that they're gonna go at the face of the rodent prey item, now it just smells like Monitor. Sold American.
I'm gonna have to try that because I'm basically doing that with the gecko skin.
Yeah.
So maybe.
But you're using frozen thawed gecko.
No. So Kevin Barron, the awesome man that Kevin Barron is.
The man.
Yeah, the man, dude. Because he's got all those leopard geckos and everything.
Oh yeah.
He sent me a little sandwich bag.
Yeah.
Full of sheds, and those little skins are like velvet. So I've been using those for a little over a year now, but I'll just take out a chunk and chop it up into however many pieces, whatever pinkies I got. And when the pinky's wet, I just drop it on there and kind of do a little roll motion, and it just basically does what you're saying, but it turns it into like the head into like a little mummy.
Yeah,
and
little burrito.
For me before.
Like rice paper.
Yeah, it's worked for me before, so I figured I would try that on this second try just to see if I could get them to go on the frozen thawed, but of course they didn't. So
fresh Monitor shed might be the ticket. If you've had that for a while, having a fresh shed might be the way to go. A little bit more.
No, I'm not
stank on that thing.
I'm gonna try that because even just a different lizard scent could help. Which I have the morning gecko colony ready for this. Also, if I need to like use one of the geckos to do some scenting or whatever I need to do with the geckos, so got that as a backup plan too. But yeah, just looking for some live right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good stuff.
Harold,
came home to some empty cages for the right reason. Yeah, took some of y'all some things and came home and was like, nice.
Same.
So nothing for the wrong reason, but no eggs cooking, nothing like that, nothing rotting in any enclosures. So I'll call it a win. I remembered to shower and do all of that stuff because sometimes I'm so excited to get in there. I'm like, I have to kind of rein myself in.
Well, Harry, I will bring up a an update for you. You did receive a very, very cool pickup for Daytona that you should talk about.
Oh yeah, I was going to lump those in, but yes, they I won a Morph Market auction that hobbled me a little bit financially for Daytona, but I'm not particularly upset about that. Got a pair of Sand Kings that are absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait. Hey.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Senor
What's up, Joe?
Now we really got the Hollywood Squares thing going on.
Oh,
we do.
Well, it was bothering me being uneven.
I'm glad I could help.
But yes, Pinellas County Sand Kings, right?
Dude,
they are awesome. Yes, they're great.
Oh,
Do you
boy.
have them handy to show us your goods?
They are in quarantine.
Yeah, Phil, what are you, silly?
That was a test. Yeah, and you passed.
Shun this man. No, they're in quarantine right now.
So you have passed.
I fed them upon my return from Daytona, and they're king snakes. Turns out. So yeah, there's no surprises there. The female tried to eat the lid of her tub.
Nice.
Took about 5 minutes of like just shaking her off of there. Like, yeah. So that makes me happy. That makes me feel like we're gonna be just fine. So yeah, those things I'm really, really excited about. That'll be a lot of fun. They may go next year. We'll see. If they don't, I won't be mad though. But
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Billiam.
No real updates. Nothing cooking. Nothing like that. Most of it is all pickups from the show. So we'll just get into that later.
Dope. AP.
Yeah, came home, did my and I had already showered because I am a clean person before I left the hotel. But no, I do every time I get home, I open the door, I stick my head in. It smells like my number one favorite thing in the world, Glades plugins. And I said, "Hell yeah, brother!" I shut that door and I said, "I'll see y'all tomorrow," because I had been traveling all day. Finished one of the world's greatest poops. I mean, huge shout out to my toilet. It was an MVP this
A
weekend.
grumpy.
Bro, is that not like the best thing ever when you get home to your baño?
And you just sit down and just like this is me, right? This
Yeah.
is
Like, I'm
this
sorry,
is,
buddy.
You walk in and your Wi-Fi just connects immediately. You gotta just ruin that shit like right away.
I assume it's I assume never mind. I was gonna say something really bad, but it's like an embrace from it's like a Keller hug on the gazebo. You know what I mean? Like you get there, it just grabs your cheeks.
It probably feels the
calls you
same
in.
way.
Yeah, it just says open up to me. You know what I mean? You're here. Welcome home. And so I got that little.
Tell me
taste.
all about everything that happened to you
And,
while you were gone.
But no, I did come home. I have my last couple of clutches left to hatch, but a lot of my king snakes, the conjuncta had shed out. They look beautiful.
Those are nice.
Dude, conjuncta are so great. Big, hardy, healthy babies. My Alterna from my 3 Mile West, kind of like Dark Knight code name group were shedding out, so I got to take some real pretty pictures of them. They're beautiful. But yeah, everything going as planned. Still got some Mexican hogs and some reverse stripe male morum to hatch out. And I did realize that night. So that night I did go in there and make sure everybody just had water, right? Like that's my main thing. Don't really care if you pooped or whatever. Just make sure you have water. And I don't know. I had a pair of corn snakes together that I must have thrown together at some point, like the week before. Or I'd moved a female to clean and then left anyways. So I might have some JMG line snow to reverse OPT Annery babies here soon. So I might have been breeding snakes while I was gone, but they were happy to be cuddled up together. But yeah, that's kind of the update.
Keller, leave that boy alone.
Yeah,
What
dude.
Keller's saying? He's got
Just a
that.
boy.
Hit it with his "Do you miss me" eyes. Oh,
He's just
no.
a boy.
He's a child.
He's just a boy.
He's
Oh,
just a
man.
boy. Don't do it
That,
to him.
that beautiful young man come out. Keller, hey, I want to know. You want to meet me the right way, or do you want to get the full Keller experience?
Do you want the full Keller experience?
And he just goes, the full experience. And my brother in Christ, that is not what he had planned on receiving. Oh,
You have to know what you're signing up
Young
for.
boys
Yeah.
for the rest of their life.
we talk about Uncle Grumpy for a fucking reason, and AKA Uncle Touchy. Like, yeah, it's just,
There's a reason we call him Uncle, all right?
yeah.
Uncle Tickle.
I found my spot at the gazebo early this year. Y'all shut the fuck up and listen.
He doesn't sound like Beetlejuice.
It's the mic. It's the mic.
Well, I was gonna say is everyone told me like, oh, Keller's here, and then I go down and he's not there.
Yeah, he was.
And
He
then-
already.
People
Yeah,
are
checked
Friday.
There was a
worried.
we were very concerned because I think
We
at some
were.
point
He was out
Rosa or
Friday
somebody
night.
like, where's
No,
Keller? And I was like, wait a second, it's been like 3 hours. Where is
Yeah.
Keller? Does anybody know? And everyone's like, "No."
And it's so funny because we were all like a bunch of like stranded yachtsmen floating
Yes.
in the ocean.
Yes.
And it wasn't like, where's Keller? I miss him. It was more like, where's Keller? And
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
hear the da-da.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
It was fear
It
and
was the fear.
concern. Yes, I
My
mean,
money
it
was that he was
genuine
passed
fear
out
and concern.
somewhere.
And then come to find out that he went upstairs to, I guess, eat some food or something. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I fell asleep for like 14 hours.
I could go for that.
I
took a little nap.
He was bright eyed and bushy tailed the next morning at the show, man.
Yeah,
I
he
don't think I've ever
was.
seen him that
He
bright eyed
looked
and bushy
great.
tailed.
Katie said someone asked if anyone had checked the beach for him, but everyone was like, nah, he's probably in the closet somewhere.
Oh my God.
Inebriated.
Keller is a lot of things, but in the closet is not one of them.
I broke down
That's
every
well
door I've
put.
ever seen.
He's dragging young boys into the closet.
He's trying to pull everybody in that.
I'm not on this gazebo with y'all. Y'all are on this gazebo with me.
Oh man.
Rosa, did you have any updates while you were gone?
Yeah, Joe, get in here.
I'm just still fucking tired, honestly.
Yeah.
That was a
Oh,
long
I'm from
trip
the West
home.
Coast. I have jet lag, man.
No, fuck the jet lag, dude. I was at the Atlanta airport for 5 hours on my way home.
Oh, jeez.
That's
Thank
tough.
God.
Is it really jet lag when you were hammering drinks in the Atlanta airport the whole time, though?
Dude, only one in that beer fucked me up.
Oh,
Somebody
okay,
recommended
never
that
mind.
I go and get one, and I'm halfway down it with no food, and I look down, I'm like, this fucking thing is 8%. All right, fucking, I just slammed the rest of it and went
Proper
wander
beer.
around the airport for 4 more hours.
Solid.
I think one of my fondest memories of this weekend was going into the gazebo Friday night, and everyone's finally getting there and saying their hellos. And Joe looks at me and goes, and then I look at him and I go, "Ah," and then we just hugged it out. And like, there were no words needed. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, hey,
It's like
internet
Dr.
friend who
Evil
we've never met.
And Mini-Me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, had I not Facebook stalked him, I don't think I'd actually know what he looks like, you know?
Yeah.
My
Makes
favorite memory from the weekend was Dustin and Keller meeting for the first time.
Yes.
It was like two grizzly bears fighting over
It
salmon,
was.
dude.
It was, dude. It was.
Only if the
Freaking
salmon
nuts.
was each other's ass.
Oh,
A group of people that were in that circle and got to watch that, got to witness two bears going at it.
That was crazy, dude. I was like, what is happening?
Are we in Alaska?
You can feel it. All of a sudden, we were in
Dude,
the
the
lab.
ground shook, dude. That whole gazebo.
Yeah.
I love Dustin going, well, my southern accent's like a bowl of gravy, and Keller's southern accent's like a bowl of rocks. God damn it.
Oh,
Spot
man.
on. Spot on.
He's a
Well,
poet.
that's like, you know, we always had the running joke of me, Casey, and Billy. It's Cannon, Wolf, and Hunt, attorney at law, right? But this is Keller, Black, and Sanchez, private eye.
Specifically the brown eye.
Yeah, Keller, Black, and Sanchez, private dick.
Yeah. Oh man. That was fun.
That was good.
Gazebo stories with the Brady Bunch here.
Oh God, my daughter
Oh.
asked, tell me stories about this weekend, and I kind of started like, well, I told you the one that's safe.
Yeah, right.
There were snakes.
There's
Like
only
I
so
almost
many I can
grabbed
tell you.
the wrong dude's ass.
Dude, that
That's
one of the
about all I
best
got.
stories from the weekend, bro. That was.
I just want to
Oh,
In
chime in
his
real quick.
defense,
They look eerily similar from the
Same
back.
hair.
it could have been anybody.
Well, my beautiful fiance is in the group chat. I just want to say thank you, my love, for putting up with our bullshit this weekend.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge
Here.
shout out to Katie explaining to me that I in fact was not microdosing beers all day on Friday. I was just drinking all day Friday.
I was just drinking.
Nice.
Semantics.
Semantics.
Oh God,
Yes.
dude.
And I
I
actually,
think that's my new favorite term from the weekend is I'm microdosing alcohol.
that's good.
One beer
That's
at a
good.
time, boys.
Macro
you're
dosing
just-
alcohol.
You're just drinking, buddy.
Well,
He
after
just drank all day.
after Joe and I had a moment where we an unspoken word man hug, right? Some time goes by and I see a guy about my height, kind of buff with a big black beard and a shaved head, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Chris Sanchez. And I go over and I'm gonna hug him, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know he's taller than this, and I didn't. And thank God I didn't, because it wasn't him. It was just some other dude, some other shaved head dude with a beard. So then I finally do meet up with Sanchez.
That's
He's
the
like,
phenotype of a reptile show.
yeah, exactly.
All
And,
dude beard.
and and Sanchez is like, dude, just hug strangers, man. That's how life goes. You
Very
should have
simple.
did it. You should have did it. Jesus.
Like we used to do in the olden days.
Yeah, you could have played it off, but all right. Kind of like Joe almost grabbing somebody who will not be named on this podcast is, but
I'd had to cut that hand off. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, dude, you would have had to sanitize.
That would have fallen off on
immediately.
its own.
Yeah. probably. Oh God.
All right. What's next
Yeah.
on the docket, Justin?
Yes.
You're the
Do we want to like go through and sort of like the show itself, highlights?
Sure.
I
general
meant to
show
sort of sit
thoughts
down and like
highlights.
write down an outline, but then I was like, there's going to be like at least 6 of us here. The outlines, like, what's the point?
Plenty of
Why would you
departures.
do that yourself?
I will say this. Kudos and shout out to Mike Kosicki, who is a fantastic what's the word I'm looking for?
Paparazzi.
I was gonna say club journalist,
Bro,
paparazzi,
Documentarian.
what?
documentarian,
War
excellent. Yeah.
photographer.
I mean, we're all having fun and
Smut
like
photographer.
just Jesus. Yes. And it just shout out to Mike Kosicki for being a fantastic human being, a great friend, and
The best.
and photographing all of us just candid photos, posed photos, he documented the whole weekend in more ways than one.
Sanchez was too.
Yeah, and Sanchez did too.
He got some
very
good shots.
very true. He did.
Kosicki though told
Zero
me
pictures.
he's like Kosicki was like, I didn't take a whole lot of pictures last year and I regret it. So he's like, this year I'm taking a bunch. And I was like, all right, buddy.
Dude, that's the one thing I don't do. I don't take any pictures while I'm there. Like I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
it's because
either.
I'm so zoned out, like with like the people and stuff. Like I just don't
Like-
think about it.
Going to a concert, you can sit there and film it and look at the concert through your phone, or you can be there
Live
and
it.
Be present.
live it.
Right.
That's right.
Well, and that's
Dude,
kind of like how
And
many
somebody's got to do it. Somebody's
How
got
many-
to do it.
how many times are we herping where it's just like two of us? It's not like a group, and you're both the two people there, whether it's your significant other or your best bud, whatever, and you're so excited about the animal you just found, you forget to take a picture or
Oh,
forget
yeah.
to take video.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
like, oh man, you got great shots of that, right? Like, no, I thought you did. It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
I want to start bringing that Polaroid every year and make a freaking scrapbook.
Yeah.
Dude, the Polaroid was
the
awesome.
That was a
Polaroid,
hit.
That was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was a
Yeah.
good idea.
Those are so fun.
It's kind of
Yeah, man.
terrified as to what was captured on that Polaroid.
Dude,
many
all
of
the
them, but-
Polaroids came out so good. Like I only got the one of me and Sky that he gave me, but like seeing the girls post theirs and like Jake and dude, all the Polaroids came out so great, man. It was just nostalgia and just awesomeness.
You need to write. Did you write the year on the back of them or anything?
I have them all in the stack.
timestamped?
I want to put them in a little book, dude. That's all I want to say. I want to start a little scrapbook.
Yeah, it's like write the year on the back of them or something. That way we keep track.
What Polaroid needs to do is they need to make a Polaroid camera that spits them out like it does, but then also saves a digital copy onto an SD card. How
That'd be
cool
dope.
would that be?
They make a higher end one. That's obviously just like a mid grade one. That one's only like $60 or $70, but they make one that's like 150 something, and I think it does have like a SD card in it or something like that. So
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Valentine is now blind as a result of that Polaroid because he looked right at it as it wrong.
you're right at flash height, bud. I'm sorry.
Staring at the sun.
Damn it.
Oh,
Oh man.
But show overall, like I said, so I vended Fulvius stuff for the first time. That went well, better than I expected. Granted, my
Did you-
expectations weren't very high.
Did you get the video that I sent of your booth?
I did. I did.
Feel free to share it for the people that
mean-
are watching. Yeah.
Throw it up. I have to dig through all of Chris's bullshit that he sent.
I don't think it's bullshit.
I think it's a constant stream of I got 2 more snakes.
And thank God none of us walked away with one of Chris's lychees.
Elijah and Billy both did. Billy
Elijah-
literally walked away with one of my leads.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure did.
man.
I heard it was forced onto Elijah.
Yeah,
He
I
didn't
was-
really have a choice in the matter.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, look, we're so tiny.
Phil in his cinematic
Oh
video.
no, is it showing? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. You stoic bastard.
He did. Yeah, he wasn't like smile or anything. I was like, "What do you want me to do?"
It looks
So-
good. Looks real good, Justin.
It came out good. I'm happy with it. Sold almost all of those hats.
Just
Sold
you
about
look
half the
so happy.
Sold about half the shirts I went up there with, or went down there with. Yeah. Damn.
You look so happy, dude. Like, I'm so glad I'm
so
here.
excited to be here.
Don't let my expression.
I think it's
fool you.
more like, are you recording?
He's
Yeah, I
looking
mean,
right at
he's
the
gonna-
camera, dude.
Sprung it on me, and just whatever. But took 200 of those koozies with me. Managed to get rid of all of them.
Nice.
So that was good.
That's Joe's hat
Definitely
right there.
I saw an uptick in website traffic for over the weekend. So
Nice.
that was cool.
Good.
In your DMs change what?
They're talking
Yeah.
about
Overall, the show
Pay
still
attention, Smitty.
the show overall, like I said, the attendance, it didn't seem to be nearly as busy as it was last year, and that seems to be a pretty general consensus from some of the other people that I talked to. Overall, I mean, definitely seemed like there was less corn snakes than there was last year, just in terms of like the numbers and the tables that typically have a lot of corn snakes didn't have a whole lot as compared to previous years.
Less, yeah.
So maybe we're sort of on the other side of that trend, the cycle, sort of the normal amount of ball pythons, hog noses, and that kind of stuff. Not a ton of invert tables either. I think there was more invert tables previously than we had, but overall it was a good show. I ended up. Are we can bring up pickups now, or are we gonna get in that?
I mean, we can do it now. Let's do it now.
Yeah, we do general.
Okay. Yeah.
One thing I would say, John just said in the chat, that was his 16th Daytona, and it was the slowest NARBE show he's ever seen. He is glad that Bluebirds are making a comeback.
Yeah.
I agree with him as far as my experiences is the last 3 years. The patronage was just super low. And I know that's an economy thing, right? Like it's not it's a well-promoted show. It's a well-ran show. It's clean. People are vetted, right? You don't have a bunch of dog shit vendors. But it was just, economy is a sign of
and I
that are coming.
I was talking to somebody that I'll leave nameless, but talking to them about it, they had kind of mentioned that the economy, while it is where it is, is it bad enough to where it's going to make the show that much slower? They didn't think so. They also felt that the promotion wasn't really done as much as it should have been for the show itself. Don't know how valid that is, or if there's a sort of a direct correlation to the turnout this year and as compared to previous years, or if it's, again, the economy, it being an election year, people getting squirrely, that kind of thing. But I mean, overall, being sort of the only apparel table, I did fine. I'm not complaining. So it was, that kind of worked out, because I know there was a lot of people that didn't necessarily want to take home an animal, but they were happy to see that kind of stuff there to grab. And then, they did get something at the show. It just wasn't anything alive.
Yeah.
So that was good. I ended up getting Dustin Black brought me a pair of albino house snakes. So I finally got some house snakes. I think I talked about those maybe the last episode we had recorded. That's been a species that's been on my list since I was a kid. I remember seeing my first one in like the early 2000s and thinking it was awesome. The people at the rescue at that time were like, "Yeah, that thing's really mean, so we're not gonna recommend that one." So I didn't get that. But ever since, they've stuck out to me. And Dustin hatched out some recently, and he was like, "I got a pair," and so he brought them to me, and they're awesome and they're tiny. I got one to eat, and one has not, but they were so small. I was like, these have to be taking tails or something. And so I messaged our native South African Jade Lawrence and asked him, about them, because he's dealt with them a good bit. And he's like, they can take freakishly large meals. He's like, drop feed a small, the smallest pinky you get, drop feed it in there, and sure enough, the one took. It looks like it's about to pop. That bulge is so huge.
Nice.
So just got to get the other one going, and we'll be in business. Got a pair of Andean milks.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one
Cool.
that I've been talking about recently, within the last couple months. Chris Sanchez was kind of the catalyst for that, because he showed me pictures of his, I think it was last year at some point, and they had stuck out to me ever since. And then here Eric Westmoreland has some, he posted some pictures. There's been they'd always come up some way or another with people I know that have them, and so they just kept sort of popping up in my brain. And I thought they were way more expensive than they actually were, because I got there and I got a pair. They were $175 a piece, so I got a male and a female, both 24s, big babies. What? I tried to talk myself into only getting one. Katie is right. She is here listening. She's right.
Why
next to me.
would you do that?
So here's the funny thing. I bought the one. So the guy had like 3 males and 1 female left. And I was like, let me just get one. I won't take your female. I'll leave that because I'm sure you're gonna want to sell them as a pair. So I won't be that guy and be like, yeah, just give me the female. I bought the male. I walked back to my table, stood there for about 30 seconds, turned around, walked right back to that guy's table, said, I need the female too. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm an idiot. So
It was Jordan Parrott, right?
So Jordan Parrott, it was his table, but I believe the gentleman that produced him, his name is Robert Edwards.
Yeah, Rob Edwards.
Yes. So I mean, they're awesome. They're really, really pretty freaking snakes, man. And
They're
both
badass.
of them,
They're
so
real
the eyes.
the female
The red
ate
eyes.
frozen thawed, no problem. And then the male, just this afternoon, when I got home from work, I put a live fuzzy in there, and that's gone now too. So both of them have taken. So
Solid.
Nice.
And then of course there's Dennis Thomas and his wife. It's the older couple me and Chris have talked about previously that have a table every year. They've got some awesome Leonis. They've got some just random sort of corns.
And they're absolute sweethearts.
They're the nicest people ever. He wanted a hemipene hat like Rosa has, but I had run out of them at that point. So I made him one last night and put it in the mail, and then snuck in like a bookmark and a shirt. Just
Nice.
they're such nice people, man. I was
They're
like, that's
so
one of the
sweet, yeah.
tables. Every year, I just really enjoy talking to him. Got a corn from him. He had one. None of them are really marked, or none of them are really like identifiable. Rosa was with me as we were treasure troving through the stacks of corns.
Yeah.
And, I saw one that looked very much like one of the ultra mel that I got from Tony D last year.
Yeah.
So it was like I gave him $20. It was marked for 18. I was like, here's a 20. We'll see how it looks. I think it'll go well with that ultra mel, and I do think Joe can kind of back me up. A lot of that stuff in there looked like it had ultra or ultra mel going
Straight
on.
up. A lot of it looked like that.
Yeah.
I rooted through it looking for stripes.
He had a couple in there. I originally had like 3 in my hand that I was like, these are interesting.
By the time I was looking at the table, it was late on Saturday. I think a lot of them were gone.
Yeah.
It's interesting with that couple, and I've talked to them. Their snakes are always obviously very low priced.
Everything I've gotten from him too has been absolutely flawless.
Yeah, everything they
no
sell
signs of mites, nothing. Like everything has been absolutely rock solid.
And I asked him, I think Justin in 23 or 22, we asked him, why are they so cheap? And this beautiful old lady looks up and says, well, that's what we've always sold them for. And they only vend Daytona, and they sell all their snakes at Daytona.
Yep.
And they've been vending Daytona since probably before, a lot of people listening to this were born. And
for sure.
Hey,
I mean, I'll tell you, Anna Maria's got these little cousins, all under the age of 10, and they had a corn snake, and it passed away because it's baby corn and things happened. So we made it a mission to try and find them one, and they had some yearlings, that were just great looking, and
nice
her cousin said, "Look, I just make it red and healthy looking." So we grabbed one, and I think we paid like $40. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So who knows what
I just always
enjoy
talking to them. They remembered me from last year too, which I thought was
They're the people you got the Leonis from last year, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
They, like many other breeders, slugged out all their Leonis this year.
Wow.
It's a Mercury's in retrograde. Isn't that what the hippies use as a reason for everything going wrong? I don't know.
I don't subscribe to that philanthropy.
So other than that, it was cool to see Tony D and talk to him a bit. I always really enjoy talking to him. He's one of those guys that when he talks, I'm listening.
Yeah,
Tony's freaking awesome, dude. I love
He
that
bought
guy.
a Fulvius shirt, which I thought was awesome, and then he told me this is like his new favorite shirt. He got one of the spotted turtle shirts because I didn't even see him buy it. I wasn't at the table when he bought it. Katie was, and so like, what was it, Saturday? I'm walking around, and I see him standing there in a Fulvius shirt. And I'm like, when did you even get that? Like, I didn't sell that to you. And
That's
he's like,
awesome.
this is you, and I was like, yeah, man. He was all about it, so I thought that was cool.
What a great guy.
Yeah,
I was
I
talking
didn't.
to his daughter. Oh, go ahead, Phil.
I don't remember.
Go ahead,
what
Joe.
else
Go
did he
ahead.
Oh, I was talking to Tony's daughter, and she was just talking about like he loves this shirt. He's so excited about this shirt. It's just really cool because I'm sitting there looking at Justin, who's back at his table. Like, I wonder if Justin knows. Like, this is ridiculously cool. Like, this is a fucking Godfather. who's wearing
Yeah.
this shirt, all excited about it. My buddy made this shirt. This is pretty fucking cool.
The Holy Trinity. He laughed when I said, you know, that's what we call you, right? Like you, Howie, and Craig's the Holy Trinity. Of course, he rolls his eyes. Your mic's not on. Kate, what are you saying?
He said, I said, I didn't know I sold a shirt to Justin's hero. And he was like, his hero, he's like, and then he looked at Justin and he said, well, y'all did us a real favor having me on the show. It did so much for my business.
He had mentioned him being on
Yeah.
Corn Stars. He had gotten, you know, that kind of, I don't, but the words, the verbiage he used, not verbatim, was basically that sort of revitalized his sales and sort of.
That's great, man.
What he had available, you know, his selling stuff. So it was cool, but
yeah, he's pumped about it too. It's great.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to talk to him at all just because so many things going on. But Billy and I's good friend David Powell, he's in the Subox too, and he knows I've been scouting. So he sent me this Sunday night after the show. I guess this is a yearling Wild Rose Pass that Tony's holding back. Look at this thing.
oh yeah,
Oh damn.
dude, you
And, like-
cannot tell me that there is a better locality of Subok than the WRP stuff.
Dude, and like I can see why he didn't bring you to the show, because like if your clutch looks like that,
Yeah.
you gotta keep them all.
Holy
So,
crap!
Wow.
Yeah. But I just thought it was funny that, you know, David sent me that Sunday night. It was, and he was at the show too. So, oh man.
We can talk to Gillen about getting some of those Wild Rose Pass if he produces any. Like shipping from Canada really isn't that bad.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Those are cool.
I'm sure we can make that happen because he got the pair that I had.
That shirt, baby.
You got
Texas.
that Texas in you.
Interestingly enough, the crocodile skull shirt and the spotted turtle shirt were the first shirts that I ran out of.
Excellent.
You should have brought
That's
that
not
up.
a surprise.
I
Nah.
was surprised.
Dude,
Especially at
those,
that show.
those scientific shirts, man, like
Yeah.
those are the best ones. Like that Pantherophis scientific shirt I have,
It's dope.
it's like my favorite shirt, dude. I love that shirt. I just
Yeah.
need it in black. But yeah, that's
I really
I don't
like
know. It was
design you brought.
say,
What?
what's that, Sky?
I really like that Ruffy design you ended up bringing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, the
Especially
Ruffy with the blue eye. Yeah.
Really nice.
Owen grabbed one of those.
I seen him
Yes.
repping it.
For sure.
It was tough because I that was one thing that I really put off for a long time in prep for it, was just trying to decide what to bring. Like I was dreading the whole process of like, what do I don't know what's going to move. I don't know what colors are going to move.
But see, now you have an idea.
Now I have an
Right.
idea, and so I didn't. It was like I could go with what I thought would do well at Daytona, because it's Daytona, versus what the website tells me like we know for sure sells well across the board, and so I kind of end up sort of splitting the difference and sort of doing half and half a little bit. And I think I already know next time what I'm going to do differently in terms of the table, which is get 2 tables to be able to cover the spread a little better and bring a little more variety. And then the backdrop, adjust that to where I can get it higher so that it's taller. And then figure out some way to do like Dusty, who was with us. He was helped running the table too. The grids that they have at like Hot Topic for all the different T-shirts and stuff. Figuring out a way to do something like that where the designs are clearly visible and, just organize that a little better so it's a little more visible. But other than that, everything else, I did well. So it's good.
More
good
dick
job.
cats.
Yes, I have more that I'm going to be putting on the website soon. I have more patches made. I just got to put them on hats. So
I need a black flip it hat. So
I can do that.
I
I
have
need
to
a
put
black
one
one. But I
Actually-
got me snap and turn.
Yeah.
I was it Harry, were you the one wearing the flippin' tin hat with the cord on the brim?
Yeah.
Okay,
the
so
green one. Yeah.
yeah, so that
Dude,
hat
there were several people repping their flipping.
Yeah.
there was.
I was
There was.
Dude, I was so happy.
Well, I just saw Harry's hat and I was like, man, it reminds me so much of an old Western cavalry hat, like Reconstruction era
Yeah.
cavalry hat.
Oh yeah, with
Chris
the
is wearing
yellow on
his.
it.
Yeah, with the yellow. Yeah, Chris is wearing it right now with
Yeah.
the cord.
Yeah.
We should make flipping tin cavalry hats for when we're herping.
That'd be rad.
I think all of us would rep that, man. Just a wide brim cavalry hat with the two tassels, just
Yeah.
this
Oh, yeah.
olive hat with the yellow gold tassel and the two cross hooks, man. Cavalry, that's
Like the one that Robert Duvall wore in Apocalypse Now. Is
correct. Yes,
Yeah.
Charlie Don't Surf.
Yeah.
That's it. That is exactly the hat, and it'll be the field herping hat, man.
That was
I'm in.
Robert Duvall, right?
It was Robert Duvall. Yes. Charlie Don't Surf. The napalm, it's sucking the waves out.
No, and on that note, everybody who was repping their flipping 10 gear, me and Sky certainly appreciate it, and it did not go unnoticed. So thank you all so much. Harry and Jack, y'all were repping yours all weekend. Loved it.
We had I brought,
mine
man.
all weekend. Love it, baby. Love it. So that was awesome.
Oh, I also, so on top of the snakes, I also bought a Goody ornamental. Goody,
Yeah,
rocking everywhere.
you got spiders again, dude. What the hell?
And then I bought an Indian ornamental. So, look, I've always wanted Metallica. Metallica were always super expensive. We're now at a point where Metallica are not as expensive. And so I saw the opportunity. The dude gave me a deal. I snagged one, and then I bought some of those tarantula cribs. The acrylic.
Those are cool.
Dude, those things are freaking dope, man.
They're really cool.
They look good. And both are tiny, like 1-inch slings. And I've got I got the bug again bad. So
my man,
rough.
Diversify.
And I told Phil and I told Nisarg, I was like, I got the itch. I need help.
Dude, you sent me the screenshot. Nisarg sending you all the blue spiders. I'm like, oh god.
He's trying to get me into the Fembodius.
Yeah.
They've never really done much for me. So, but then he sent me some pictures. I'm like, okay, some of those are.
Yeah, dude, how do you not? I mean, they're awesome spiders.
And they take up so little room.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Dude, when I stopped with inverts, I had over 100 Boothid scorpions. Why?
That's insane.
It was just a wall of deli cups. Horrible.
Yeah.
Well, Jake, are you?
Right.
What's up, Jake?
Feel like I'm with my spiders.
Nice shirt.
You like that Bacilliferaria nerd one?
Oh yeah. Jake, where we at, Bubba?
Well, I
what'd
did
you
it
get,
again.
Jake?
I did it again.
Oops, I did it again.
Technically, I came back with less than I brought. So
did I. So we're winning. There we go. There's a deficit.
That's my saving grace. Actually, so I brought over 40 snakes. I actually brought almost 50 snakes with me, but I don't include about 28 of those because they literally were freshly dropped banded water snakes. So I don't really include those, but I brought I think I counted 49 snakes Daytona, including all the baby waters. So,
and those were gifts for your friends in case FWC was listening.
Yeah. Yes. No. And any payments I did accept were accepted prior to me hitting the state of Florida.
Those were
for
the
the record.
tips for some pictures.
Yes. No, that is a thing. But yeah. So I brought a whole lot of stuff. Got rid of all my water snakes. And then added new water snakes that are not native to my state, so I can own them. It wasn't owning them that was the issue. It was the reproduction of them. So, yeah. So I got rid of those. And I made a list of everything I did bring home. So I'll start with the stuff I didn't get at the show that was just kind of brought to me. One of my favorite pickups I paid for prior to coming to the show, and of course it was from Tony D. This was one of my favorite pickups of the weekend. I got an adult proven breeder pair of Depi Jani.
Big dog move.
Dude,
Big dog move right there.
Dude, Chris sent me a screenshot because I was looking for an older pair, and he sent me a screenshot of his list, and I was like, "Oh right, yeah, that's yeah."
And his list was exceptional. He had awesome shit on it. And I literally said it to Jake, and also buy the Jani. Just buy the Jani. I think do the thing.
Dude, but the price was insane. Like for that, it was like almost like baby prices, and
Yeah.
I couldn't say no.
He couldn't
Yeah.
resist.
No,
It's also a snake that like sells really well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I've never had a problem moving. If I produce 30 of them, I might have trouble moving them, but like they give you like 6 to 10 babies.
Yeah.
But there was some people that had adults at their table, right? Am I mistaken that I saw some adults somewhere, which I think
There
might
was-
have had a big hand in people, maybe just like with the Bairds and all the other stuff. Like if you bring adults, I feel like they'd sell a lot better.
There
Because
was
people
a pair.
see what they turn into.
There was a pair for sale. It was adults. They were mislabeled. First and foremost, they had the scientific name correct, but they had them labeled as Durango Mountain.
They are
snakes,
not.
which
We're
is
not
they are not.
carrying them out. No.
And
Very
they
much not.
weren't. They looked old. They didn't. They weren't bad. I'm not saying they were bad snakes, but they just didn't have crispy contrast. They didn't have good oranges. They were really washed out. They were great snakes. You know, it's also they were in very convoluted tubs, and I'm sure that if you got them out and kind of interacted with them, you get a little bit more of that pizzazz from their coloration. But it's a snake that can like really do a good job of looking very drab and kind of colors up with its attitude. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but I feel like when you're interacting with them, they're these gorgeous animals. You take a picture of them moving, but when you see them sometimes just like in the tub, it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
As is the way with a lot of desert species, there's a lot of subtleties to their coloration.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I saw that pair. Those were more appropriately priced. I wasn't moved emotionally to purchase them, but there was an adult pair.
Yeah, I did not see those because once I got these, I'm pretty much happy with my group now. This made after the one Chris sent me, he sent me a baby. Then picking these up, I'm up to 4.4 of the Deputy Jedi. So
Wow. It's a hell of a group, man.
I'm sticking with that. I got 2 different lineages that I can outcross with and play around with, so I'm pretty happy.
Between me
love
and
it.
Jake, we have enough.
Yes, we will supply everybody.
Yeah,
That's good.
So yeah, those were, and it's funny when I saw Tony, I beeline straight to his table. I was like, I'm getting these Jedi right now, like. And he came around. He's like, "Man, you got the pickup of the show this weekend." I said, "Yes, I did. Thank you very much." And so I got those. They are amazing. They're huge and just so beautiful. And then my man to my bottom right here just hooked it up on some more rat snakes. Chris Paint Chab gave me a pair of his Mariposa Thorn Scrub rats. So I have a pair of those
Speed on those, buddy.
from McMullen County, Texas. And then
they're chill.
Those
They're
are chill, man. They're cool.
Mine are not chill, but they are awesome.
Where
Mine-
is McMullen County, Texas?
It's not far from you, is it, Chris?
It is not. McMullen is just it. So McMullen County is just north of LaSalle and just south of Freer, Tilden, excuse me, the 2 cities, and it's probably an hour and a half west of where I'm at. So it's, I'm sorry, it's east of Freer, so it's west of me. So it's a really cool county. A lot of annulata are found there.
Nice.
The bull snakes that are found there have this really interesting pink vibe to them. There's a lot of indigos have been found in that county. It's a good place to herp.
Very cool.
And Stone Cold Steve Austin lived there. He lived in
Hell
Tilden,
yeah.
Texas for a lot of years. That's where the original Broken Skull Ranch was.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Paper crown and Chris.
Oh, hell
Um,
yeah.
That was
Stone
so
Cold
good.
ET needs
That
a
was
couple of cheeseburgers
so
and that's
good,
the
dude.
Oh,
box.
hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I'm going to whip Jason Keller's ass just like I did Vince McMahon in 1996. Can I get a... Oh, hell yeah. I'm a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan.
That's
that's awesome.
almost as good as Skyler's Forrest Gump impression.
Holy
Yeah.
A lot safer to do in public, probably. Also,
But on top of that, Chris also gave me a Wildcat Brewster County Emery because I've kind of regretted getting rid of mine ever since I did. So starting fresh with those. Very excited about that. She's a little female. He's going to hook me up with the male.
And she's like ridiculously calm.
Dude.
She's like really oddly calm.
What? Yeah, she's awesome. And then another gentleman in this chat just hooked it up to in all things possible. Harry brought me some gray rats locality from local to him, and by the grace of God, they happened to be a pair. So I lost my mind. We compared tails in the snake or in the, I said almost said in the snake room. It basically was at the time in my hotel room. We sat there and compared tails, and I was like, oh God, I think this is a pair, dude. Because you could see like a clear difference. You know,
I'm
obviously.
glad. I didn't really look.
Dude, I that was the first thing I looked at. I was like, where are the tails? Let's see them. And they look good. I brought them home, probed them, and sure enough, they're a pair. They're literally found off the same freaking property. So
Oh yeah.
I am
Awesome.
over the moon about those. What else we got? And then on top of that, my buddy Jeremy brought me a mistake that I'm not mad about. Jeremy Hicks brought me a Chinese king rat. So I have that in my possession for some silly reason.
I didn't see that. How big was that? Because I don't.
He's
I
not
didn't
big.
See that one. No.
Yeah, he's not
Okay.
big. Yeah, he's not a. He's. I can't remember if he was. I think he was born this year, but he's they grow insanely fast. So
Yeah, it won't take much time.
no.
I learned at this Daytona that king rats get fucking huge.
Gigantic.
Yeah, they do.
Gigantic.
Like
I
10
thought
foot
they
maybe.
got like 6 foot.
No. Like
Fucking Gabe.
Like-
God damn it.
Gabe, Gabe, don't even start that shit, bro. Don't even start that shit.
Oh my god.
That is all I heard
Oh my
all
God.
weekend. That's
Is that
all I
Del
heard
Rosso?
all weekend, dude. I was literally talking
Fucker.
to I was
Anybody?
talking no, yeah, literally. But I was talking to
I was
our
doing the
buddy-
same thing to Owen all weekend.
I was talking to our buddy Lance in the hotel, and I see Harry walk by. He gets all wide eyed. It starts like shaking. I was like, "Don't do it."
He starts
Go.
doing like he's like no. Like, you can tell it was coming.
He did
Well,
it anyways.
I got in an elevator with Anna Maria going somewhere, and there was this woman. There was a couple people in the elevator with us, and this one woman's playing on her phone, and she looks up and she goes, "Phil, Phil Wolf," and I was like, "Yeah," and I look and like see if my name tag is showing, you know, from
Who's
the badge,
asking?
and she's like,
Who wants to know?
"Oh, I know you. My husband has you on the TV at least once a week." And I was like, "Oh,
So-
Jesus."
Yes.
Celebrity.
Yep.
I had somebody recognize my voice, and I was
Yeah.
like, it was like a surreal experience
Right.
if ever there was one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was he a big old boy from northeastern Georgia?
He was one. He was one of them. Yeah, I had two people do that, but yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
it was eerie, like crazy.
Yeah,
It's a little weird, but it's fun.
No,
It
yeah,
is.
it's awesome. Makes me want to mind my manners a little bit better.
Not
Not really at all,
Yeah,
actually.
I'll do that.
That's what makes this network great.
It's,
I just apologize to anybody.
it's really all I've got.
Like, oh, I listened to Flippin' 10. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
They keep letting me do it.
I'm like, they haven't kicked me off yet. I'm sorry.
Doing everything I can to get fired, and they won't.
So
do
you
it.
know,
Turns out they like it.
Jake's like a tax.
I get
write-off,
reprimanded
but
after every
it's
show. I'm
so-
sorry.
I only reprimanded you after one of them. All right, let's be real.
Justin gets a text, let Jake go on air. It's like a thing. It's so.
Yeah, it's fine. We start a house fire together every episode. So it's,
Add a
it's all-
strike to Sky's folder, his file.
One of many.
One might say a rap sheet.
Yeah.
What speed?
But so what else?
Left off on the Emery.
Yes, left off on the
King
Emery.
Rat.
Oh, the King
and
Rat.
the King
sorry,
Rat.
King
Yes,
Rat,
I
yeah.
got the King Rat, which is actually probably looks. I talked to John Lohman from Palm Beach Colubrids, and he believes it's actually going to end up being Xanthic.
Really?
So that's pretty neat.
That's cool.
So
Thick as
that'd be
frick.
cool. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin Barron in the building.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up, Kevin?
That's the first king rat you've had since we first met, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got rid of my male
That
king
one,
rat.
that one you had originally was the only one I've ever actually got hands on and messed with.
Yeah. So I've got this one again. I love the species. I almost regret it a little bit, but I'm very excited to have them again.
They're beautiful, man. Beautiful animals.
Now I have to get another one. And it's just a lot of snake. So
That's a
it's
big
okay
boy.
though. It's okay though.
You've got
It's good,
Rico.
man.
You got it.
Oh, dude, Rico's a baby compared to these things as adults, bro.
They get like
That
13
one, John from Palm Beach Colubrids, he was holding it for part of the beginning of the Saturday show. Once you get it out, I was just blown away.
Dude, they average out of like 8 foot for males.
Yeah.
Like they're
One
big
of those things in the
snakes.
wall just chilling.
John has pictures though of like his breeder founders or whatever. There's like it's like a 13-foot male or female. It's like
Massive.
That's
11
insane.
feet. Yeah.
and it's like fucking massive,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, that's not
Like
good.
laying on the ground and he's still holding it up and it's like toppled
Jeez.
over his hand.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
No, it's
Dude,
great. It's great.
Notice
No.
the convergent evolution, man. It's a king cobra.
I'm
You
saying, dude. I'm
Color, the
saying
head scales.
these things act like
That's
Galactic.
the running joke is it's whoever eats who first, either
Yeah.
king rat or king cobra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a toss up. It's a toss up.
Toss up.
Whichever
For real.
one's bigger is probably gonna
There can
win.
be only
Legit.
one.
Yeah,
There can be only one.
yeah.
Who
So
in the bank? Danny is in the bank.
So after the king rat, well, technically before, but so I met up with my favorite dealer, Chris Montross, the Thursday, and I gave him some stuff. He gave me some stuff. So I got a female. So I got a pair of Pender County, North Carolina yellow rats from him last year. The female crashed pretty hard, pretty quick for some reason. She did not do well, so she ended up passing on me. So I needed a girl. He had extra girls this year, so I traded him for a female Pender County yellow to finish off my pair. And then, as I alluded to, I got into new Nerodia, and again traded for a pair of Nerodia Clarkeye Compressicata. So
Those are just so cool.
What
yeah,
what
those
color?
are-
These are really cool.
I have a red one that's more patternless, and then one of the darker ones that's got a lot of banding. I decided to go with one of each
Cool.
because they'll throw both either way. But
Yeah.
I was originally going to get 2 reds, but then I saw those darker greenish gray ones in person. I was like, oh, dude, I can't say no. So I picked my favorite ones of each and took those home. So super stoked about those.
There's actually, it's funny that heavy banded compressicata with that greenish gray color.
Oh,
There's
dude.
a mangrove fish. I don't know if it's in like the snapper family, but there's a mangrove fish that lives in that area that has the same bands and the same colors.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, you gotta check it out, man. It's almost like if the snake does it on purpose to kind of fool it. It's pretty cool.
And for anybody, I said the scientific name, Nerodia Clarkeye Compressicata. Those are the mangrove salt marsh snakes.
Yes.
Very, very, very cool species.
He had some of the show. Also, Chris,
Killer,
talking
dude.
about general show notes as we're going through. Chris had a killer setup. It's
Killer, dude.
amazing
Dude, that
snakes.
freaking pop when he had on his table was like
Dude,
out of this freaking world.
Yeah, dude.
he had those the Nerodia, the like solid black ones that he had. He had
Yeah.
a pair, and I walked up at the beginning on Saturday, and I was like, "Dude, I don't do Nerodia, but these are badass."
Yeah, dude.
And he
Yeah.
was like, he pulled out the photo album. What a genius, right? Like
What-
had
yeah.
the thing like the old heads, and he like flipped the pictures. Oh yeah, they look like this and this. But this pair was like solid black, so I saved them. And I was all like, I bet I walk around and those things aren't here. And sure enough, I walked around. I didn't
Were
even
they-
go that far.
Were they Dixie
gone.
County?
They might have been Dixie County.
They're probably Dixies. Those are really, really black.
Dude, they were cool. They were really cool snakes to like really see them in person. He had a great
Yeah.
setup.
Yeah, they're sick.
Very cool.
So I think that brings us to the show almost. After Saturday,
Bro.
huh? I'm sorry, y'all keep going on other tangents. I'm trying to hurry up here. Y'all keep
How
talking
long
about other.
Host, like, rein
Is
it
this
in.
the Jake's
I
List
told
show?
Shut up!
Jeez.
Shut up!
Oh, feel the
So,
love. Feel the
I
I love
love.
that
I-
Billy's
Get to
just
it, Brods,
sitting
come
here laughing the whole fucking time. Just
I'm trying, man. Y'all just keep talking.
I know how these
Jesus.
go.
Yeah. So I
Uh,
picked up another yellow rat locality, Clay County, Florida. I picked those up from not at the show, outside the show, from a guy that had them.
Where's Clay
Buddy of mine.
County on Florida?
Closer towards Georgia. It's up.
Oh, okay.
So, so that's cool. Glad
is that
to
is it
have-
White? Is White Oaks Clay County?
No, it's more western.
No,
out towards me.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like white oaks are grays. These are yellows.
Okay.
So those are
They
cool.
start turning yellow before you go south. Like you just go far enough west, and then they start. Yeah.
You guys mean the eastern rat snake Allegahensis? They're all
Yes. Yes.
all-
Allegahensis.
They're actually
Thank
all the
you.
same snake, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Greenish.
We're talking about the exact same.
Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah.
Can I just finish for the love of God before Sky has an
You can fucking
aneurysm?
try, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Jesus, I'm trying here.
better.
Golly. Shut up, Joe.
Get your shit
I'm not.
together, man.
I'm not. You know.
Oh man.
All right. Moving on. I got.
What's
I
up,
got.
Joe?
Yes. I got my first pair of Florida Kings at the show as well.
Yeah,
Very, very.
there it
excited about-
is.
Very, very excited about those. I picked up Glades County, Florida Kings. Super pumped about those. Very, very glad to have them. That was like one of the things on my radar this year. Is like I need a pair of locality Floridana.
Hell yeah.
And I got them for an absolutely ridiculous price from a very,
So
very good breeder.
let me ask you this: Glades and Hendry County, I'll say, are probably the two most desirable Florida localities of any animal in Florida, for the most part, with the exception of maybe like some Keys stuff or
Yeah.
or Liberty Apalachicolas, whatever you want to call it. Figure Harry's here. I gotta throw that in there.
That's right.
Have you ever herped Glades County? Dude, that's going to be the next trip because I drive through it to go herp other places,
Yeah.
and I feel like we just got to do it.
Dude, so I got these specifically. I didn't even think about it when I got them. So now I have the Glades County Florida Kings. I also have Glades County Yellows, like, you know, yellow rats. And then I have Glades County Everglades rats. So that just scratches all kinds of cool, fun parts of my brain.
Collect the whole set.
Yeah, next is corns. I need or reds. I need red rats.
They're
from
corns.
Glades County.
What color
So-
are they going to be when you mix them all together?
Shut up.
Brown.
Shut up.
It's called a beard eye.
The
Duty brown.
Frankenglade.
Yeah.
So and then I picked up another county of black rat, which I'd been kind of
Goddamn,
wanting. I wanted
What else
something.
did you get, Jake?
Shut up!
Shit.
I'm trying. I'm
Tyler, bro.
trying.
Jake bought
Not a
Daytona.
contest guy.
I'm
Hey,
not.
Jake
I-
bought
we'll get
Daytona.
to
All right.
Fuck,
We're
we
gonna
should
put a
have
time
saved
limit
Brock
on
Pickups
Jake.
cast.
He's making me
sponsored by
feel
Black
better and
Bucks.
better.
I literally. This is. I have one more. Can y'all just shut
What
the
else
fuck
was that
up
Daytona,
for like
Jake?
2 minutes? 2 more
How
minutes.
many?
What
how many
was at the
total
next
did you
table that
get?
you bought?
Like,
What else
oh,
was at
less than
Daytona? Fuck.
Jesus,
Man, if you
It
would've
was
stuck
like my
a
wife
pair or
last
something,
year
we'd be
there.
done.
Y'all,
We'd have the bill
y'all.
already.
See, it sounds like I spent a lot of money, and I really
Yes, it
didn't.
does.
I did not spend.
I roll
hardly-
it, bro.
They're Florida natives. They're cheap.
Yeah, dude, I literally didn't spend over $100 on anything except for the last ones, which I'm saving for last. So shut up.
Jake's just
For
a
love
You said there was
Patreon.
only one left.
Yeah, this is the last one.
Well,
I'm
fucking
on.
say it already.
I got
Jesus
the black
Christ.
rats. I wanted a different locality of black rats. So I
What
got
county are
North Carolina.
those?
These are Ash County, North Carolina.
Oh, neat.
What are
You
3
make
facts
greens
about
with
that
those.
county?
I have none.
Where's that county at, Jake?
I have none.
Where's the seat of that county?
Oh wait, no. The
Coordinates.
black rats are Wake County. I'm sorry.
Where's that?
I keep getting confused. I don't know. It's in
Who's
North
the current
Carolina.
mayor?
All right, so I got oh god, Wake County. I got Wake County black rats, North Carolina. Okay, and the last ones, for love of God,
Unknown
these
county.
are my favorite pickups of the show. I got Ash County, North Carolina, Eastern milk snakes.
Nice.
I have a bone to pick with you about those too.
Those are
Why?
fucking rad.
I have a
Because
boner over those milk snakes.
I
do
got
too.
my Andeans, and Jake comes over. He's like, "What'd you get?" And I was like, "Some Andean milks." And he looks at him, and then he looks up at me, and he goes, "Why the fuck do you have those?"
The Lampeticulture Network.
Legit.
It can begin now.
Damn, dude.
It
I'm
can
sorry.
begin now.
No, it wasn't like that. It was you just caught me off guard. I was like, I've never even heard you talk about
I know.
these things.
I know it's
But
left field for
dude,
me.
Eastern milk snakes are so much cooler than that.
Those are
though,
cool.
so
Mm. I think
Shut
they're
up.
both
Shut
equally
up.
cool.
no,
Yeah.
I'm honestly
I feel
kidding.
like they're opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Eastern milks are the only milk snakes I had any desire
But
to
they're
keep,
on it.
and I was not expecting to see them here. And then Jack Oliver was like, "Hey, bro, come look at what I just found," and he pointed them out. I said, "How much for a pair?" And
Wait,
so-
Jake, you don't want Brewster County Salem Ups?
what is that? What is
You
That's
that?
the milk
do.
snake from West
You-
Texas.
you
They're
do.
fucking
I don't.
amazing and they're big.
They're
And
I
really
guess,
cool.
They're
sure.
diesel.
If
I
it's
like
from-
how you're
if-
all, yeah, you know, I'll take
Yeah,
that.
if
They're
it's
not
from if it's
crazy.
from Brewster County, I'm in it now because like I just have too much Brewster County shit at this point. So,
Yeah, the Salem Ups over there in Nito Scadito.
but yeah, so that was all of my shit. The Eastern Milks were definitely my favorite pickup of the show. I was not expecting those, so I got them.
How old are those?
They're yearlings.
Okay, I
They're-
figured
Dude,
they
they're
were
last week.
the size they were. I figured there's no way
Yeah,
those are
yeah.
They
fresh.
had the exact right color you want to see on an Eastern, that pretty maroon.
I
that
got
kinda
one
like-
of each. I got
Yeah.
one
Oh,
that
so
was
you
lo-
got one of the darker ones?
yeah, I got a darker one with the wider saddles and a more
Mhm.
bright red one with the thinner saddles.
Dope.
So.
That's cool. That's real cool.
Okay, I'm done, Sky.
All right, Phil.
What
so
did you
what
think
did you
about
enjoy
getting-
at the show after Jake bought everything?
I was
All
actually
the
going to say,
Eternia.
I
All right,
bought
guys, it's been a
I
great
bought-
show.
I bought 6 snakes
running
at
out
the
of time.
show. I bought 6 snakes at the show. That was it. Okay.
Sky-
And the only reason that took so long is because you fucks.
Sky, would you like to cut me in line, sir?
Hell no, dude.
Okay, all right. No, because I'm saying you got some tip top shit, man. I feel like you've been patiently
Over here
awaiting.
It's not me. I don't want to go. Y'all can throw me to the end of the list. Jake,
We'll get there
This
so much
guy's
faster.
fault.
now.
I don't want to talk. I just want Jake to
I-
shut the fuck up.
I talked less than you guys during that
You're
whole
still
thing.
talking.
So
You're
shut
good.
up, Joe.
it felt
Who
like you
invited
went to
you?
a fucking table to table Daytona recap.
I'm pretty sure Jake invited Joe.
Fucking person in an
actually.
8-person square slide. Like, fuck. Fucking out.
I love
Oh
it.
man.
I love you so much, Jake.
I have
ask Jake
mute
when he
buttons and I
does,
will
Tell him
use
to shut
them.
the fuck up.
We be
Why don't we
asking
talk
you
about
about
all the
some funny
counties
shit.
Jake doesn't know?
Thank
I
you
gotta
for joining.
pee.
Thank you for joining in for our Daytona Reptile Expo recap, where we dissect all of the southern counties of the southeastern United States.
Uh-oh.
How did we lose him? We lost him.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's,
Oh, it's
he's
Phil, so
He popped up in a different order, so now he gets to go again.
Yeah, watch this. Hold on.
So it all started when I walked through the front door.
Oh my Lanta!
Oh,
Oh, is it my turn? Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on you. Phil.
Hurry the
It's on
fuck
you,
up,
Phil.
Phil. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
God! So, much like everyone else, I brought snakes to give friends, which then in turn allows me to procure said new ones. Smitty stepped away for a moment, but we do have some photographs from several of our pickups. Thank God Jake didn't send any. And I started off with. Much like most of the other people on this show, you set some stuff up ahead of time before you get to the show. One of which was I've had a pair of Pyros, a Pyro Milana, Arizona Mountain Kings that I've been raising for a couple of years now, and my girl died this year. So I had this boy, and I was kind of scratching my head as to what the hell I'm going to do with him, if I'm going to continue the project or not. And Keith McPeak, the one and only, he said, well, hey, I have a spare female that actually bred for me 2 years ago. You know, why don't I drive her down for you? And I said, Keith, you are a saint among men. So I did receive that animal from him,
That's
which is
awesome.
like one of the coolest things ever. I can say that I have one of Keith's snakes, which is super cool. And I'm glad that she didn't breed last year on purpose. So this coming year, I don't think my male's quite ready, but the following year, we're in business, man. It's super dark, not a not a northern, Arizona, southern Utah dark, not that infralabial dark, but a good, what I like to call the Zippo lighter on the sides. You know what I'm talking about? And when Smitty comes back, we do have pictures. We'll throw them up. And then, I'm on my quest for Subox. So I reached out to Rob Nemo ahead of time and said, hey, man, are you bringing any Subox to the show? He's like, no, I still got eggs in the incubator, but I got a couple yearlings Wild Road Pass that I might wind up bringing. I said, well, let me know, and I'll be ready for you. And he wound up bringing a proven pair of young adult Wild Rose Pass Subox. So
Bangers.
I got those from him, man. And dude, I'm stoked, man. I set them up in quarantine, and they are just pictures
Bangers,
and
dude.
video just don't do it justice, man. Just orange like Billy's shirt, just screaming.
Dude, you walked up to me with big old eyes, and you were all, check this out. And I was like, oh, what do you got?
He's pretty,
You
man.
pulled it out, and instantly in your hands, that Subox, just native, inquisitive nature. And it's just like, oh, because I had them on.
It tried to take a swipe at Chris.
Yeah.
Tried to bite Chris, man. Got some
said, no,
spots.
sir.
Though, dude.
Yeah.
What's that?
The stripes going down that male.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
freaking good. And then it's like
For
white
sure.
outlining down the black. That so clean.
Yeah.
Tried to fuck with me, and I was like, nah, dog. I'm Texas. You
It's
know what I mean,
Texas,
homie?
baby. Yeah, man.
What a beautiful. They're so rad. They're so
Well,
rad.
thank you, boys. So those were my only pickups. Since Smitty is putting himself together, Smitty, do you want me to start posting pictures, or do you want to take over?
Whatever you'd prefer.
Well, I didn't know if you had stuff queued up yet or not.
I've got
So.
Facebook. Yeah, I've got Messenger pulled up with the pictures.
Okay.
and stuff.
Do you mind throwing up the pictures of my snakes real quick, just to give people a little looky look?
I love how when Phil's talking, everybody shuts the fuck up and listens.
He's got a very sensual voice, Jake.
I was gonna say I only got 3 snakes, Jake.
Yeah, well, y'all didn't. I would have just rattled mine off, but y'all just kept talking
No, you
about it because
wouldn't.
they're all so cool. Shut up, Billy.
Oh man.
Shut up, Billy.
Christ. You notice how I'm like leaving you be.
Yeah, for once. Thanks, buddy.
It's all
Appreciate it.
love. It's all
Thought
with
you'd
love.
Appreciate it.
Yep, it's all the love.
I don't even know what I did, man. I'm just
The
here.
only thing I got in trouble with after doing a show with you was not mouthing off enough, and now you're bitching that I'm mouthing off. I don't.
Oh, I love it. So hey, there's the infamous McPeak
Oh,
Pyro
man.
in all of her glory. I was actually shocked that he said she'd bred for him a couple times. I was expecting her to be larger, to be honest, for that. But she's great body weight, great personality.
Sorry.
Bro, Jeff.
Jeff, we love you. Oh,
None of
man.
the snakes I got look identical. So
Definitely not his babies, for sure.
I feel like me and Billy both hit the punchline of that comment at the same time because we both started busting out laughing.
Yep.
Oh,
So yeah, that's the female pyro. Smitty, if you'd be so kind.
hurry up, God.
Yeah, the same snake. Same snake.
It's got such a high band
There we
count.
go. So that's actually that's the female right there, Wild Rose Pass. And dude, the pics don't do it justice, man. I took these shots against the bathroom door to kind of get the white background, and
Look at that color.
yeah,
The hair is insane, man. The white
Yeah.
on
So
those are
pretty.
so
Weird.
super.
When you take shots against the bathroom door, it's a lot different than when I do it.
You know what's weird is in this picture. You know how like when you blow up a medical glove and you hold it or you fill it with water? That's what Phil's hand looks like in this picture.
What? You're saying my hand is bloated?
It's extremely rude,
Fill up-
Justin.
Yes.
Look at the fucking snake and shut up.
Settle down.
Oh,
So
man.
and there's the male. It's got those great stripes down the nape, and
That
I,
freaking thing.
Yep,
yeah,
that's
I
the one.
really like this snake because it has both stripes and H's. So it's best of both worlds in Suboc
That's
land.
okay.
Who'd these come from?
Rob Nemo.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
on the Wild Rose Pass, just because we're pontificating about
Yeah, let's
Texas,
do it. Let's talk about it.
One of the interesting things when you get up into the Olympia Canyon, up into Wild Rose Pass, you keep going north up to Boy Scout Road. The blacks are blacker, and I don't know the right way to put that, but the depth of black on the snake is so much sharper, and it contrasts that orange so much more impressively. It's just a cool cool thing with that locality.
For sure. And what I think is crazy is actually, Smitty, if you go back, I think a photo or two, one of them is a video of the girl, and you can kind of see the different shades of that contrast.
Yeah.
Where'd the videos go, Smitty? Did they not load?
Oh my god.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Riley. There it is. So, and what's funny is, Chris is talking about Wild Rose Pass going up through Olympia Canyon, and like the blacks being such a Sharpie marker black.
Yeah, look at how dark those saddles are, guys.
Yeah. And
Those being
when you go on Naturalist, most of the sub-ox on Wild Rose Pass, which is a very long highway, they're not this red, even though we assume that the red and orange is the Wild Rose Pass phenotype. A lot of the ones on Naturalist are more yellow, more traditional sub-ox looking, but they still have the Sharpie marker black, which I love. So
yeah,
super stoked to get these critters. So
and
I mean, it's no black rat, but like whatever.
You were just there. It's so rad. You go to Wild Rose Pass, you drive north on 17, and they're just all over the road. You could just grab them. They're everywhere.
Yeah. Fuck
They're
you,
free.
Chris.
Yeah. It's Wild Rose Pass is one of the hardest places to find a sub-ox.
Yeah,
I'm just glad you got an adult pair, buddy, because I know it's been sort of a struggle.
It has. And I have the silvers that I'm raising up, and I have a proven breeder silver female, but I wanted the male that I was raising turned out to be a girl. So I actually feel like if I play my cards right, I'll probably breed the Wild Rose Pass ones sooner than the silvers, but who cares, man? We're in the sub-ox game, and that's all that matters. So.
And the Wild Rose Pass are smaller too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, talking to Austin when we were out there, he was saying that most of the silver stuff that he's actually caught has been south of Alpine, and they are much bigger snakes overall. So, yeah, it's wild, man.
The black
is like a Victorian painting.
Yeah, it's actually just a picture of Skylar.
Hey.
Yeah, right.
Oh, hey, I'm in that picture.
So, well, those are my only pickups. I'm done. Take it away, Sky.
It's about fucking time. Jesus Christ.
Jake, calm down, man.
You ready?
I'm just salty. I'm just salty.
Don't be jealous of my derpy snakes, bro.
I'm just salty because everybody was mean to me.
Don't be jealous because my snakes have an extra row of scales under their eye.
I'm happy you got them, Phil. Those are good pickups.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you.
Great pickups.
It sucks, and it sucks too because like you get the new snake and you want to play with it and coddle it and love it, and it's like no, leave them the fuck alone so they can de-stress and just chill, you know.
That quarantine.
Yep. Oh, man.
Thank you for doing that in a timely manner, Phil.
Oh, you're very welcome, Chris.
I'm
very welcome.
so done with all of you. Oh my god, what is who did that?
That's
who
a toast.
that?
That's a toast.
Get together and just roast Jake. Jake, you're doing great in life. We love you.
Look how white his legs are.
I'm so sick of having to turn my camera off so I can go back and get more beer. Like, come on. I don't want anybody to see me stand up right now.
Well,
Nice.
I don't want anybody to see me to stand up while I'm looking at this picture now because of the raging boner I got, but it is what it is.
Exactly.
Somebody told me that they
Hunter
modeled.
Smith for free is crazy.
Somebody told me they modeled a vajankle after Jake's ankle.
The old Jake OC. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
The old
Oh,
pocket
man.
foot. The old lusty pocket foot.
Yep.
Yes, Harry.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh,
I'm just gonna shut up the rest of this podcast. I hope y'all know that.
That's probably not true.
Oh man.
What did I do? I just exist and
oh,
Christ.
It's because I miss you.
It is. It is.
I'm picking on you because I like you.
He's going through Bratz withdrawals, much like we all
Like
do.
so fucking hard, it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
No.
It's like, damn, why do all my best friends have to live 3,000 miles away?
Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
shit.
get
I'm assuming you don't have pictures.
Me?
Yeah.
I sent you some on Facebook.
Did you?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah, dude, because his stuff needs to be shown.
Guy got
Oh
some
wait,
fucking
okay, there we go. I see it. For some
rad
reason,
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say, I see him now. Facebook, man, Messenger with the way it stacks pictures and stuff is just bizarre. I don't know who.
Yeah, dude, it's like you expect it to be one way and it goes the other direction. Super annoying. But there they are. And
But
dude, Scott,
I only got a couple things. I only saw like 1 or 2 things, but like, I had a good time because I saw all my friends and we had a good time. And then I went over to one table and I was there with my friend Eddie. And we've been talking for a long time, and we like these little snakes, and they're a really small locality. They come from Croatia. Not too many people know about them, but a bunch of people invest about them because they're a really small locality lizards. But when I was there, I got them, and now I got them home and I set them up, and now we're down, and that's my only 2 pickups from Daytona. So I hope you guys had a good time. This was all my friends on the TV with me. I hope you had a time about Daytona.
I'm gonna go fill my drink because I hate all of you.
that was fantastic, Sky.
Holy shit, dude.
Guy, where do these lizards come from?
They come from like Croatia, Europe area.
No, but what county?
Like
They're from the county, and they're the Croatian rock areas. Yeah.
Do these fall into the Lacerta family? Are they Lacertids?
They're kind of a lizard. They're Dalmatian rock lizard, sharp snouted rock lizard, Dalmacerta, Cephalus. I don't even know how to say
I have
it,
to say the pictures on Google don't look nearly as good. Like when you look this species up, when I looked at them when you had first mentioned them, and I was sort of Googling them to see what they look like none of them looked as good as these do.
No, dude, because those are U.S. captive born and bred, and Eddie's the man, and he's doing the freaking hard work for him to like do them right and do them justice. But dude, those are like, I mean, over in Croatia and Europe and stuff, like those are just a run-of-the-mill rock lizard, you know. They're like a fence lizard over there, so people don't pay much mind to them, but they're just such like a little niche species. And the first time I saw them, I fell in love with them, and I've been obsessed with them since. And then once I found out Eddie got some, we've kind of just been in cahoots ever since, and I've just been waiting for him to. He's already got like a couple rounds of babies, and this is, I think, the second or third set of babies he's already produced. So
let me interject real quick. So these are babies.
Yes, those are.
Okay.
I think those are only like a month old. I think.
Oh, really?
Said.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
A couple weeks to a month
And
old.
they retain that. They retain that crazy neon blue color to adulthood, or is
yeah,
it
their bodies stay pretty blue, and then their tails stay blue.
Wow, because they are absolutely stunning, man.
Oh, dude, they're stunning little lizards. Man.
They're really
some
cool.
of the Lacertids, they're either really pretty when they're babies and they kind of drab out as adults, or it's the other way around. Like some of the jeweled stuff or some of the big green ones, Iberian stuff. You know, they don't get crazy neon colors until they're adults. But dude, these things are screamers.
Yeah, they're freaking awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's like when I first saw them and like looked them up and like kind of got into.
Still talking.
There's actually people talking right now, Jake. We're talking about something cool.
Yeah, sorry.
But anyways, yeah, badass micro lizards.
Yeah.
What are those
sure.
good about adult size, Sky?
6 inches with the tail.
Giant,
Wow.
giant lizard.
Yeah,
So they're small? That's cool, man.
Yeah. They're pretty
Hey,
cool.
6 inches isn't small.
It's a
Hey,
giant
man,
lizard.
6 inches is way above average, if you ask me. But
Really big.
Goddamn right.
That's a really big lizard.
Damn it.
No, but this year, honestly, though, Daytona was more about just seeing all the people. Like we were saying at the beginning of the show, I saw more people and more friends that I've been talking to on the internet that I haven't put a face to a name and a name to the face. And it was just a great experience. Like I said, the gazebo experience was freaking awesome. Everyone just had a great time. There wasn't really much negativity going around.
Yeah,
I really can't complain. This weekend was freaking awesome. I already miss all you guys. I can't wait for the next one. Freaking, like I said, can't complain. Great freaking weekend. And
Amen.
yes, bitch.
Amen.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard me because everyone said amen at the end, but Jake's a bitch.
Oh, nice.
Jesus Christ, Jake, I love you so much, man.
Yeah, dude, Jake, we love you, bro. Oh man,
Y'all are so mean.
It's so fun crying myself to sleep every night.
oh man,
I love that.
I'm sure the wet pillow helps cool things down a little bit.
Oh God, I love a wet pillow.
Joe's still here.
Oh my god, did you say wet fucking pillow?
That's fucking
Oh,
disgusting, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Anyways.
Woo. All right.
Next.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Joe next?
I
hang
don't
on,
know.
got-
Fix the screen. What
There
the
he
hell's
is.
going on?
There he is.
He's back in the
He's
airport.
hanging- I was gonna say, are you at like on the floor of a Chuck E. Cheese?
He's on the
Yes.
bus. He's on the floor of a Chuck E. Cheese. Oh my
Yeah, I had
god.
to.
Are you with the
I-
bowling alley in the arcade?
Yeah, where the fuck?
Dude, if I could find that fucking carpet, I would have it all over my house.
It looks like you already
The
did.
cosmic bowling
Yeah, well,
carpet.
looks like you
I
found
had
it,
to,
dog.
I had to hang one of the kids' blankets up behind me because my house is fucking trashed right now.
Well,
So I sort of
it's your go, man.
Oh
And-
shit! Okay.
And I'm
Sometime today, Joe.
I'm ready to hear the full synopsis. Is like
Oh,
East Coast show, the people,
Yeah.
the critters. Let's get the prognosis.
you're actually
Spend
ready
some
to
time, Joe.
straight up
Spend
hear me
some time.
cry?
Yeah, yeah. Give us a Jake style analysis.
I didn't even do anything.
All right.
Ah.
I woke up
Jake.
3:15 a.m. on Thursday morning so that I could get ready. I put my boxers on first, socks, then my pants. I mean, I'll try and shorten the story. I got all the way dressed. This is in Santa Cruz County, by the way, where I got.
That boy said the county.
I got in my car.
Santa Cruz County, is that north or south of it?
It's south of San Francisco.
Okay.
That helps. I got in my car. It's a blue 2005 Scion XB, one of the square ones. It's got a dent on the back from where someone threw a bike seat at it.
I can't handle this. I can't.
But
This is so painful.
so I did start the car, and then I turned it around and started driving towards the airport in San Jose, where I had reserved the parking 3 days before, just to make sure. The problem is, though, I reserved it for 4:30, and I was worried that I was going to get there at about 4:25, and I wasn't going to get in.
Time it.
So I got my parked at the In and Out, and then I left the car and I went and I parked at the parking spot. And,
What's the mileage on that bad boy?
238,573
Impressive.
miles.
Good lineage. Good lineage. So the
while I
In
was
and
driving
Out
to the airport, every single check engine light possible came on. So I was a little worried, but I was more excited because I needed to see Jacob Rotz. I mean the rest of you guys too, but so I get to
The inspiration for your excursion.
Yeah.
pretty much.
That was it, huh? Fucking bitch.
So 3-hour layover and all this other shit. I get to the hotel, and I know there's some people there already. I get up to my room. I want to drop all my bags off, and it turns out my room has a view of the gazebo. I have never changed my fucking pants so fast in my life.
Let me ask you a serious question.
Yeah.
You know that like obviously you got your room, you open the sliding glass door, you enjoy the view because it's Daytona. Is your first time in Daytona?
Yes.
First time in
The
Florida.
horrible Florida humidity.
Okay. Yeah, so like you're soaking it all in. You see the clock tower, got some pelicans flying over. I love pelicans.
The guy standing at the top of it.
Did you know that was the gazebo or no?
The second I looked over, like, those are my degenerate brothers. Like,
Nice,
I know those scrawny fucks down there.
nice,
So I
nice.
get down there and I just like, what the fuck? And it was just immediately like Brat's Love Fest.
Yes.
And it was
Smith,
fucking
I
great.
like that last comment, please.
I don't know what that is. I'm trying to figure it out because I'm like, it's not mine. I think it's Billy.
What is it?
I didn't even see it.
Jeff asked who the fuck is scratching their balls so hard on the mic.
No,
I think it's the dog walking by. I think.
Kevin Barron said he's laughing from Dade County.
Nice, nice.
So Dade County, where does that fall in Florida? Just trying to figure it out.
Dade County is the southernmost county before the Keys. Yes,
What county are the Keys in?
Monroe.
I hope you all know next time I see all of y'all next year at Daytona, I'm going to assault every single one of you. like
with love.
on site.
With
No,
love.
no, with
I mean,
with my
I'm talking-
toes.
I'll be
12
wearing breakaway pants. Let's go.
You'll be a
12
fucking
months.
little cassowary just going ape
Yeah.
shit.
Dude, 12 months later, Joe comes over for a big hug. Bratz just cold cocks him in the jaw. What the hell was that for? 12 months
Gouges him.
ago. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Remember the recap? You remember the recap?
Yeah. So yeah, man. That's so you get down to gazebo, you get your Bratz Fest. Just
And
keep
and
going,
just
man.
people started showing up.
Yeah.
Fucking Chris Sanchez shows up.
Yeah.
We're introducing ourselves, and he's the first person that I've ever heard recognize my voice, which was really fucking weird, but also kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, how fucking awesome was that guy?
He's
And
amazing.
then-
He's absolutely amazing.
Let's just take a second to call out Chris Sanchez. Dude.
Agreed.
Such a
I mean,
massive, emotional, wonderful human. It's
Yes.
awesome.
what a
Yes.
fucking guy.
Dude,
What,
yeah, man.
what a fucking guy, dude.
That's
Look,
not the only
legit.
person I'll let with a full beard kiss me on the fucking forehead.
Legit, man.
Dude,
Legit.
if you didn't get a Chris Sanchez kiss, it's almost like a Keller grab ass. You know,
I didn't even
like,
get a
It's that
kiss.
better. You didn't get a
I didn't get a
Sanchez
kiss. I got a beautiful hug though.
I
You'll
will
get
say
one
this
next year,
though.
probably.
I know Sanchez was like, "Hey man, we gotta get a picture of a paint job." So you did get that.
I did get a picture with him.
You did.
He's also like a really big, intimidating guy.
Oh, for sure.
And he's just all,
no, but it's
"Dude,"
like
and I
our
was
guy.
all like,
It's like
"Shit."
our big teddy bear guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking sweetheart.
But yeah, like, so I went to Daytona with sort of a mental list. I'd been talking to Ann about it a little bit with the kid, but mostly with Ann about like, here's my, like, I have to get to fucking Daytona. Here's my list. And one of them was just hang out with everybody. But one of them was like, you know, I had to get wings with Katsiki. And I hadn't made the plans for it. I was figuring like Friday night, Saturday night, something. Motherfucker walks up and hands me hot wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
And straight up, like, I was so fucking excited I could barely talk. I couldn't explain to him how cool I thought that was.
Yeah,
Dude.
dude.
So fucking good.
He's
And
like
then, like,
the weird leprechaun that shows up in Florida,
Yeah.
just hands you a basket of wings upon arrival. Like,
He
Dude,
literally
oh,
walked me
man.
up. You want some wings, Joe? And Joe was like, "Oh my god, Mike Kosicki."
Yes. Yes.
It was rad.
yeah.
It was
Love that guy,
it was,
man.
It was spiritual.
Love that man.
But yeah, just everybody showing up slowly but surely. Like, at some point, Casey Cannon showed up and Casey'd around, and we all did that.
Casey the fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Kevin Barron showed up and like, oh yeah, here's some hog noses I did this year. I'm like, fuck me, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm buying that one. And so
Yeah.
Thursday before setup had even happened, I'd already started buying snakes.
Nice.
And dude, I don't know. Fucking Florida was not what I expected. The whole show wasn't what I expected. It was 100% better than I expected, and I already had pretty high hopes. But it was like we were talking about it. I somehow walked into, for the first time, a family reunion and met a whole side of my family that I hadn't met in person before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a good way to
Hell
say
yeah.
it, man.
You guys were all rad, and then like I've got fucking 3 new besties, like fucking Katie, Danny, and Becca. Like, y'all are cool, but have you met them? Because they're fucking rad.
Yeah.
Danny and I are probably cousins. We found that out this weekend. But yeah, and then just dicking around with Joe with you guys, getting to meet Harry and the fucking baby and Harry's wife, getting to meet Dustin finally,
The
in
fucking
person,
baby?
and his kid and wife.
Yeah.
Finding out that me and Sky are from like 40 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
Just fucking damn
Small
good.
world, bro. And we took a fucking epic ass Polaroid. I
Yep.
hope you still have that close to your heart.
I do. I have it.
You
My
still
daughter
have
took
it.
it.
Bathroom.
in the front of his underpants.
Frame it in the bathroom.
That's close enough to my heart. That'll work. Yeah. But yeah, had a damn good time. That's the snake I got from Kevin.
Jeff, fuck you, by the way.
Smoke show.
And it's exactly what I was looking for. I wanted to get a Conda and a Super Conda, but I love like weird stripy things, and those things are fucking cool looking. And I've never done hognose before, so I'm super excited about that thing.
His holdback from that clutch is such an awesome animal. Look just like that with a solid stripe.
Yep. And that's
You got the next
told me I
band.
got the second best that he produced this year, so I was stoked.
Hell yeah.
He found out that it was my daughter's birthday right when I was getting back, and sent that snake home for my daughter.
That's awesome, man.
That's
And
Kevin Barron move.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Definitely
100%.
Kevin Barron move.
yeah, the fucking excited noises out of that kid. Like, I was basically told if I didn't come home with snakes, don't come home. And it was really heavily implied that those snakes needed to include hognose. And me and my wife have been planning this for a while. Kid had no idea I was planning on bringing hognose home. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for the hognose yet. We're already doing so many other projects. But yeah, brought these home.
They're
Super
venomous.
excited.
And
Yeah,
dude,
and-
I love that snake with that emery eye green, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that snake is so good looking.
Super
Killer.
cool.
Oh,
My eyes.
And then
Oh,
this
that was
guy,
That was my favorite one.
I got
For obvious
him
reasons.
at I kept trying to find the card. I stuck the card away so I would remember, and then fucking lost it.
Dude,
But
does somebody have a Geiger counter for that snake? Because
No
it is
shit.
hot.
it's even better in person. I couldn't get a good picture of it yet, but
I'm glad I'm not on Molly because that thing's glowing.
yeah, they're all super cool, super tiny. Yeah, I love those things. Got a couple of corns off of the table with the old couple that I can't remember the
Dennis. Yep.
name of. Dennis, yeah, and those things are also awesome. No fucking idea what they are. They said maybe gold dust. Who knows? I don't have decent pictures of them, but these were honestly these were some bonuses. But like getting to hang out with everybody, getting to help shut down and like carry stuff out to the cars was fantastic.
Thank you again.
Of course. And I was sitting out at the gazebo, just kind of not necessarily bummed, but sort of taking it in Sunday night. Everybody's gone. I'm just sort of hanging out and kind of collecting my thoughts about it. And I'm trying not to think too hard about it because, you guys were gone and it was sad. Like that gazebo one was sad.
Yeah.
But I get some random yell from behind me, and it's Jeff. And so me and Jeff and Kendra went out to dinner.
Nice.
And
I have to ask you if you guys hung out because I feel like the three of you guys are the only ones left.
Yep. Yeah, we hung out that night, and then I went and they took me up to their room for a minute to meet Sky's cats.
Nice.
And oh shit, that's really cool. I'm gonna crouch down and slowly approach and see if they. Nope, those fucking things ate my ass. And so I slowly backed away. I was gonna go out, go hang out at the beach and maybe go walk around a little bit in Daytona. And by the time I got back to the room, I was so fucking beat after that 3 days that I just opened the window so I could still see the giant moon and the nice skyline and everything. And the next thing I knew, it was like 11 o'clock. Time to go to sleep so that I could get up stupid early in the morning, go hit the beach really quick, and then go spend way too much time flying home. Not as much time as Jeff and Kendra. They got pretty fucked, but
They got fucked.
like the 5-hour layover in Atlanta, I now know basically every restaurant in that airport. I got bored and I went to, it's laid out weird where it's terminal, and they're all. I've been to every terminal now because I got bored and started walking around.
Damn.
Ran into with Jeremy Turgeon for like 5 minutes at one of the airports that I was at. He was on a flight
Nice.
with me.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, just all in all, like what a fucking great weekend.
Yeah, man.
I will say one thing that I would probably change if I can next year is leave Monday instead of Sunday because man, it's hectic getting all the animals out, trying to get the last leg of the show in, all that. If I could leave first thing Monday morning, that would be so much easier than dealing with Sunday because I had to move the truck, parking somewhere different because I had a 1,000-pound cooler with me. And thank you, Chris. So that is one thing I
there any
probably
beer
would.
left?
Yeah.
No, God, no, dude. There's none.
That's so rad.
Good.
That was
was
on Saturday, I'm pretty sure.
Most of that beer was gone by Saturday.
That's so rad.
Like, I'm pretty sure Saturday night when y'all wheeled it out, there was like 8 beers in there. Maybe there was almost 140 beers in there when.
Well, I
And
saw
people
some
kept
people.
adding.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw people adding beer to
Yeah.
it. So yeah,
Kasicki added 2 cases. I think John added a case. There was a ton of beer added.
There was so much beer in there. We broke my dad's cooler.
Yeah.
Getting it out of my truck.
We're here to party.
was insane.
Katie said it's because Chris was microdosing. I microdosed.
Macro dosing.
Yeah.
Oh, macrodosing. But I'm not wearing my glasses.
Well,
Your
but
beard
I'm glad Joe's experience his first time was
Oh.
all that he wanted.
There's that Sanchez kiss, baby. Come
That's
on
it.
now.
That's
Come
it.
on now.
Look how happy you both are.
I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what was happening, but I was okay with it. One thing I do want to say, Joe, you were absolutely one of my favorite. One of the people I was looking forward to meeting the most this weekend. I'm so happy you came.
Oh
dude.
my god!
There it is.
That's the
Chocolate
one.
starfish, baby.
Oh
Let's go, baby.
I don't know where I was when this was happening, but I do not
I
recall
love
that.
fucking
I
Bryce
don't
getting all
remember.
mushy. Like you were one
Yeah,
of my
I was
favorite
like,
people
you
to meet
know,
out
I
there.
was trying
That's
to be nice, but whatever.
Uh,
Who took that picture?
We all
Oh, it
did.
could have been any of us. I almost did.
Dude, who snuck a picture of my feet without consent? Because, like, I'm not
Who
cool
let
with
the
everybody
that.
raise
dogs
your
out
hand.
in the first place, Jake? Who
You
let the
know,
dogs out in
like-
the first place?
His feet are patented on OS.
put some
Can't
some
help,
fucking
like,
gloves
we're
on
gonna
those
look.
bad boys if you don't want that to happen, dude. Okay.
Okay, dog thumbs. I don't want to hear from you.
Full on
I've got
Starbucks
Jake
logo.
feet on my hands. Okay. I mean,
Is the dew claw starting to melt off? I had this whole plan. I didn't get to do it. Maybe I'll get to do it next year. I was gonna have Anne's a good artist, and I was gonna have him make basically a fake comic.
a dog hand and a hand foot.
No, it was gonna be Harry's alter ego. So your secret
Oh,
identity
no.
is
Which
Duke
one?
Law.
His
But then
stage
your
name.
superhero name was gonna be the Duke Law, and it was just gonna be
Oh,
the
no.
giant hand.
Yeah, that's good. That's
and
good.
And your sidekick was gonna be Jake, the mighty prehistoric boy, Archaeopteryx.
His thumb's a completely different locality from the rest of his fingers, dude.
Thumb in.
Like my thumb's on my forearm.
He's got a fucking 9 Mile Island fucking thumb.
It's not that bad. The broken one's worse. Oh, yeah.
That is very
See,
unique, Harry.
Mine's not that
it was
weird, but
Badly
like,
injured in high school. Okay, and
Your
they're not
thumb's
both
further
like-
back than my fucking hairline, dude.
Not mine.
Your
See,
thumb
mine's
goes
not-
further back to my family tree, bro.
man.
I can
At
use it
least
as a
all my
slingshot.
at least all my toes are intact. My only broken finger just kind of sits like that. That's what my broken finger
Right,
does.
Spock.
So
That's day one shit.
yeah, I know. It's
Get that
I
shit
had-
out of here.
I had
What
my
the fuck?
I had. Come on,
Yeah,
Phil.
Phil.
What up,
What
dog?
you know about that?
What you know?
Still
What
throwing
now?
up gang signs.
Put your
on.
foot away, Jake.
Yeah, YouTube's gonna or whatever this is. They're gonna boot us.
Oh God.
What do you,
Gang
what do you want me
signs.
to grab? You want me to hold something with my toes?
This podcast is now demonetized.
Oh,
via
here we go.
YouTube.
Just toe selfies.
Oh no.
Jeff and Kendra, the Gendra in the house. Glad
Hey,
you
man.
Oh,
joined us.
finally, Jesus!
I'm gonna get somebody to knit Jake some footings.
I don't think there's enough yarn.
Simpson.
J. Simpson. Ho, 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 ho.
Oh,
Ah.
love Sanchez.
I feel better. I feel like I'm out of the.
Oh my
hot
God! Did y'all see the picture of my neck shit?
Yeah,
Look at
that was bad.
side neck
You're gonna
turtle
play
ass.
beer
That was
pong
bad.
on the back of your
Somebody
neck.
find that.
Yeah, Australian
Gotta be in
turtles
the
are
queue
looking for their
somewhere.
neck.
Yeah.
Posture,
Oh,
everybody.
man.
Don't forget,
Posture. Yeah.
I think it was. Actually think it was Katie that told them the drunker he gets, the farther his neck goes. Out.
Oh, dude,
And I was
your
like,
whole spine just.
what? But then I sat there and I went like this, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" It's like, what?
The fuck?
Oh my God.
Just looking around like the raptors in fucking Jurassic Park.
Dude, Katie was like this shit talking
Looking for
ninja. Every
things.
once in a while, just some gold came out.
Where are
of
my
it.
shuggies?
Where's my zins?
3 milli sugar gliders.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh
there
my
it is.
God.
Thank you,
Oh my
Billy.
He looks like he just got double bounced on a trampoline, and his head hasn't reacted yet.
What were the prophets in Halo that were floating around the little chairs?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
You
called
look like
the gimbal.
you look like Meemaw after her third surgery.
Oh my god. Oh, well,
Oh, my
Jake,
God.
what were you saying? I'm glad Rosa made it too because
We made it 30
Yeah.
minutes
Yes.
without
Can we
fucking Jacob.
let's get this real for a second. Y'all can shit
yeah,
on
for
me
real,
later.
for real.
Joe,
Oh.
like honest to God, dude, you were like legit one of the people I was most excited to meet.
For sure,
this
for
year,
sure.
dude. I'm so glad you made it out. You are fantastic. This was a long haul for you. Like this was great.
1,000% worth it to meet all you guys.
Yeah.
Like to actually get to hang out because I know everybody here,
Yeah.
but it's so much different in person. Like
Yeah.
laughing in person when you get to do some of this shit.
Yeah.
Like so much better. Random fucking
Yeah.
friend tackle from behind. Like
is that what we're calling it?
I got
Getting
fondled
Getting your cheeks spread like
a lot,
Oh,
and it
man.
wasn't
Dude.
just Keller.
It was funny. I literally made sure to time it to get there before Joe did, just so I could see him when he got there.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I was
massive.
like, I'm
That's
gonna
pretty
get
good.
there before Joe, so I can wait for him.
we were all there waiting for him. Yeah, it was dope.
Oh, that's
the
good.
toes back out, Jake.
Oh,
Hey!
jeez.
Oh,
Oh,
what do you want me to hold? What do you want me to hold? I
Creeping
got a
it
What
ring.
you want me to hold?
That fucker in person was also just a
Yeah.
Wow, he
joy.
really whipped them puppies out quick.
There it is.
Rob, didn't he?
He did. He really did.
Wow.
Rob
Took us
Christian.
2.5
Swear to God,
hours
can you
getting
drink
to
with
it,
that?
but
Can you
after
drink like that?
I don't know. I feel like I'd make a mess.
Dude,
I mean, y'all. I mean,
Yeah,
Rob
you would.
probably would too. But
Make a
yeah.
mess of my pants.
I love
Uh,
Rob Christian, dude. That dude's a G.
Dude, that guy's
Rob's
a
great.
fucking G.
Rob's
Yeah,
a
man.
sweetheart. Yeah.
Oh
He's
my
a fucking
God.
angel. Rob Christian, an angel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Harold,
Well, yeah, Harry, you're up, man.
It was a cool summer morning, west Florida. Molly and I looked at each other and said, "You think we ought to?"
I hate all of you.
Oh man, no,
Yeah.
I'm just really. God, I don't know where to start after that, but
Nice, Hunter. Nice.
Good shit.
yes,
Nice,
thank you. Okay, pre-Daytona pickups. Thank you, Smitty. Those two
trying to
Sand
keep it on the
Kings.
rails.
Yeah.
Struggling.
No, those guys, I won that Morph Market auction like a week before Daytona, and I was like, you know what? This is okay. Those things were fun.
Yeah,
They are fun. I'm very
Those
excited.
Screamers.
about it. Yes.
Screamers.
So-
Yes,
nice.
sir. The yellow on those two. Oh man.
Silly.
And dude, giving Apalachicolas a run for Florida's top money, you know?
Did I send you that, or are you
I-
just looking?
I
at,
would-
you
I
just
would
have
Just looking
pictures
at
of-
it.
I would
Okay,
take
yeah.
those over Apalachicolas any day of the week.
You shut your mouth. They're nice.
Yeah,
Come on.
Any
that
day
might
of
be
the week.
fighting words there, brother.
I'm-
Well, no, you're not getting either. No.
Oh, daddy.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Those were
There it
nuts.
is.
Everybody's
Yes,
been
sir.
talking Tony D up, and it's for good reason. Second table we went to because we stopped by and bullshit with Montross for a little bit. It was actually my first time getting to meet and talk to him, knowing who each other were, and that was awesome. And then Molly was like, "We got to go check out what Tony D's got. We got to go to the Old Man Peninsula, as it is over there." And
Temple.
yes. And sidebar, I wasn't able to go last year, as all y'all know. Molly went and did an absolute hot lap through Daytona and got a bunch of really awesome stuff. Thanks in
welcome.
part to many of you gentlemen. Tony D was an absolute class act and really, talked to her and was super nice to her and stuff. We bought a pair of gray bands from him last year. So I went back there, and I've always known these have kind of been like a real passion project of his, these hypotemporalis. And I'd seen his list previously, and I was like, well, we at least got to go look at those. And just so happened to be that he had one female and a handful of males, and we got there early, and I was like, yep, those are.
And just for the listeners at home, this is essentially a T positive, right? And it's Coastal Plains milk snake.
Yeah, Coastal Plains milk snake. They're called a hypo, so I guess kinda, yeah. Like I mean, it acts. I don't know. I guess it acts similar.
I think hypo and T positive get
But
constantly
they rhyme
Yeah.
or
tied
are very
together.
similar. Yeah,
Right.
They're very much the same gene.
yeah.
But it is an albino coastal plains milk snake.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stupid, dude. That's
So
Very,
sexy.
very cool.
The thing that's special about coastal plains milk snakes is they are exceptionally difficult to breed. They're exceptionally difficult to raise.
And they are very very tiny.
They're tiny. They take 3, 4, 5 years to breed, but they are fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
They are gorgeous snakes.
And these, I have my work cut out for me with these guys. I'm excited. The female took a pinky the other day,
Nice.
and I've had to do battle with the male. He wrestled with one for a while. I've got to order some red hots. These were a little bit bigger than I would have liked. I want the absolute smallest
Yeah.
pinky.
So,
Hey,
Harry, go
Where
to
did the pinky
go to-
come from?
go to Lane Labs and get
Oh, the
the
micro
yeah.
pinkies.
get
I'm
the
about to
hour-old micro pinkies.
Yep.
Like,
do that.
Be the
That's
way to
exactly
go.
what I'm about to do.
And then you can weed through that bag and get the smallest
Yeah.
ones in there also. Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I need to do. And he even said his process for these, which I'm going to borrow heavily on if I do Scarlet Kings again, which I intend to next year, is he tease feeds tails every 3 days, and they grow on that. And he was like, yeah, they did. It will grow. You just be religious. Tease feed tails, and they get a little more size on them. And eventually, by that point, they're used to eating enough to where they'll take little bitty day-old mice, like root around, find the smallest ones, and hit them. And he even said a little pro tip: cut the back of the head, because the head's typically the widest and most obstructive part, and it'll kind of fold in a little bit when they're fighting it down. So I did that, and the female she took a good minute, but she got it down, and she was pretty lumped up, but
Yeah.
Nice.
and the male kind of rolled around with his for a little bit, but I think he's still, if I'm not mistaken, talking to Tony, was just hammering tails. So I'm probably gonna offer him again. I would do it tonight, but I'll probably do it tomorrow night. Offer him another tail or two, see if we can't get him going. I don't want him to go too long, but
Yeah.
no, I'm really really excited about those. Just
So cool.
something cool that he enjoys so much, and the way he talks about them, and that's a piece of history and a piece of this hobby for me that I want here. So that
For sure.
I believe temporalis is also the species closest related to scarlet king snakes.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So I'm it's kind of, I'm learning everything kind of by keeping something adjacent like that.
Vertical integration. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those are awesome. Got my Spilotes t-shirt finally, because I gotta wait to get my Spilotes a little bit longer.
Fucking poser.
Yeah, loser. How many do you have? None. What county are they from? But
What county are they?
had some paint job pickups, some lovely things that are to my knowledge still in the shed. I need to go check. Got a vertebralis, a Jani.
Paired up, dog.
Dude, right away. Already together. What are you talking about?
It's just such a fucking tough species to find.
Harry,
Man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And yeah.
Harry, so I re-listened to the CCR episode with David Dean about milk snakes, and one thing he mentioned that a lot of milk snakes go insane for are chicken hearts.
Yeah.
So if something is a little too small, maybe try those.
You could trim it down to the size you need.
Because you can cut those down to what you need. So maybe give that a go.
A lot of the people that have success with Scarlet King hatchlings is chopped chicken hearts, and I did not do that last year, and that was I won't not do that again, because
you should give those a go if the pinkies are too big.
I didn't do as good a job of listening to other people as I should have, but yeah, that will be.
Hey, I keep them in the freezer just because king snakes fucking suck sometimes. Right?
I had a hard time finding them though. Like when I went to look, I don't know why I wouldn't have them here at any of my local Walmarts or
at the Piggly Wiggly.
If you get the gizzards, it'll have a heart or a couple hearts mixed in there. So
ask the butcher sometimes too. They'll just have them in the back.
Yeah.
get you a sack. But I got that. I got another conjuncta also from Mr. Paint Shop. Both of those are still in shed. I need to go check. I have not peeked in on them today, but yeah, beautiful things. Got a Jan eye that Jake was nice enough to hang on.
Those are sick, bro.
You got that conjunctivitis.
You weirdo. Yeah. No, those are the whitest whites, the blackest blacks.
Whoa.
The angriest little fastest growing snakes in the world that stop at 2 feet. And
Yeah, they get like 2 to 3 foot. They just stop.
grow, hit a wall, stop, and that's as big as they're gonna ever be. And they're never gonna stop being assholes. And
Yeah.
there's something poetic about
they're
that.
not assholes. They're assholes like 7 months out of the year.
That's
Yeah, the rest of the time they're
that's
sleeping.
That's most of the
That's-
year.
that's the
Like
truth.
me,
that's
I'm
a-
only
when they're
I'm only an
brumation.
asshole when I'm awake. Okay, yeah, that's
Right
fair.
before brumation and right after brumation, they're super chill. And then the male's super chill. And then he breeds. And then they're just not chill. And then it gets back to like October and they're super chill.
You're talking about snakes that literally ate
Anyway.
their eggs.
I've
Yeah.
never been bitten by. I've never been bitten by. my
Because you don't.
conjuncta.
It's because you don't touch them.
I do. I don't
That's
touch
a
the
lie.
vertebralis. I'm scared. You know, I treat it like a Fabergé egg that lives in a rack. You know, down here. But no, I mean, it's the yearling's doing great. You know, this guy, I can't wait to. You know, I can't wait to get to work on these. I doubt
Yeah.
it'll take as much as I'm dreading it will. But
Vertebralis are one of the best species to set and forget.
Yep.
Leave them alone.
check the water, make sure they haven't knocked it over, and then just
Yeah.
say that's it. And literally, like, I mean, that's all I've done is just leave them alone,
Yeah,
and it
Leave
looks
it alone.
awesome. It literally eats small, like peach fuzzies still,
Yeah.
and it is way too big to be doing that. But it just,
Dude,
that's what it
they
wants. That's
just
what it
get
does.
a magnitude of size from fucking pinkies. I don't know where it happens.
The thing has no business being as big at yearling age that it is based off of the tiny little prey items that I feed it, and that's really fascinating to me. I can't wait to
It's a cool snake.
can't wait to do more with them.
And they're not like normal Pidgeophis. I'm sorry, we're talking about this now. They have
Yeah.
little poops. They have little tiny poops. But I'm assuming it's because where they're from, prey just doesn't come by often. And so they have these little tiny poopers. It's cool. I don't know. Neat species.
Little grumpies.
Little grumpies.
But and I got turtles. I did not pick up any turtles.
Jack did.
But
Jack
those are cool.
Jack got the coolest turtles at the show, dude.
Burmese mountain tortoises.
Those are
No,
dope.
Yeah, those are
Jack
cool.
got that fucking side neck.
Yeah, Jack got what was it? No,
The Jake neck turtle.
Oh my god! You did not.
Make the shirt, Smitty. Make the shirt.
He
Oh
got,
my god, instead of a snake neck, it's a Jake neck. Oh, oh Lord Jesus in heaven, save me.
Turn it sideways. Tuck that fucker in.
You're gonna get caught on a tripwire, boy.
Put it back, Jake.
Oh no.
Reel it in. Did somebody say locality?
County where? What county? Huh?
Billy, I tried, buddy.
I know,
Oh,
man. I know. Jake neck that's worth it.
Yeah, no, I hate that. I'm upset. I'm upset. I hope you know that.
I'm sorry you hate it so much because we all love it.
Yeah, well, Jack did get some really cool snake neck turtles though.
He did. Yes, he did.
I am failing to remember the locality because it's the same as a python that I cannot remember.
He told me when I was right there, and I cannot fucking remember for anything.
It's what are the lesser what's the common name for lesser Sunday
Timor.
pythons? Timor. He got Timor Islands snake neck turtles.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're not papayan.
Shut up, dude. Oh my god. I hate you.
Dude, is that Jake with the turtle?
Is that a snapper turtle?
Is that Phil? Is that you?
That's a terrible.
You piece of shit.
It's snapper turtle.
No, that's a diamondback terrapin. Sorry, some of y'all haven't been cool enough to find those. That's a diamondback terrapin that I caught in
It's a fucking
a
rad turtle.
He's
armadillo
making
trap.
the face.
He still
So-
makes that face.
I actually
I
caught
love this
those
big
using eggs in a trap for armadillos.
Wow.
So
I want you to know, Jake, that I love that picture so much. It's in my favorites.
that's. I was wondering how you got that so fast. How did you get that so fast? God,
Gotta love papayas.
Billy had to dig deep for that one.
We all have a Jake folder.
I got a whole
You
album
did it
of
so
all the
quickly.
bullshit.
For very
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I hate all of you so much.
We all have a Jake folder, and we all have a list of names we pronounce wrong because of Justin.
for Jake. I heard someone say Macklets.
Oh my god! Did you fucking hit him in the crotch?
At the
Hoppies.
fucking show.
Bro, we're not even okay. On to the guy that probably got more shit than I did, Billy.
And I'll take a quarter of the time talking
Yeah.
about it.
I don't know, man. Billy, I feel like we all scored big on this trip.
Billy,
But
go
Billy
fuck
took the cake, man, so far.
Billy
Yeah, I got a
With these
lot.
awesome box turtles.
Dude, what's funny is, they call them the children, and I feel like that just makes it so much better.
Yeah, they're definitely the children.
Billy, I hope you know I'm going to interrupt any second possible just to make sure yours goes longer than mine did. Because that's what happened to me. It would have taken me all of 10 seconds to go through what I got if y'all would have shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's the biggest lie that you will hear on this
Yeah,
podcast.
totally. A 10-second
Sky, you can literally suck my dick. And yeah.
Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
It was good enough the first 6 times. May as well go for it again.
When in
On
Rome,
next episode of Flippin' 10, are we really flipping 10 or are we just
Make sure Scott's holding up his end of the deal.
find
Billy
out
has
next
made
Thursday
4 fucking
I've been
live?
going on a lot of herp trips lately.
in case anyone's wondering, this episode is rated E for everyone.
The second I came on, it was not in any way, sir.
Oh man.
So Billy, how about the tortoises, brother?
How about
Yeah,
the
that
tortoise?
dog.
The children.
All right. So
We're so sorry, everybody.
I went into Daytona with already some ideas of what I was gonna get. I was gonna do 2 big purchases.
Are you still talking, Billy? Jesus Christ.
One of these is a obviously these tortoises. These are black Burmese mountain tortoises.
Son of a bitch.
Really exciting to get these.
Those are so cool.
They get fucking big too.
They do. Yeah, they get a good size. They can get like
Ryan Reed
60 to
has
100 pounds.
And I was he told me they also they're not big diggers, which I expected. I don't know, toward the bigger tortoises like that. I kind of expect them to be like sulcutas and just dig through everything. But he said these
They're
really don't.
climbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are climbers, so you have to make sure that you keep them contained. They're not gonna do that. But yeah, Vic Morgan is like the godfather of these guys. One of the old timers at the Turtle Island stand that Wayne always has, and he was great. He was awesome. Him and his wife were very nice about all the questions and stuff I had and all that. He told me his take 13 years to mature, so that's why I got 3 to give myself a fighting chance.
So by the time you retire, they'll be ready to go.
A retirement plan. That was what I said when I went to go get him. Like, hey, I'm making a lifelong decision here. So really excited about that, and I can grow their own food and all that. I'm into the plant stuff, so that it all kind of goes together.
It's fucking Amish.
Billy, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Smitty, I just sent a video of the children that I'm quite proud of, so you should definitely show it.
Also, what are their names, Billy?
Don't have names yet.
One of them is named Jake.
Whichever
Yeah,
one.
one of them has a really long
Won't shut the fuck up. His
toe.
name Jake.
It's a really long
damn
toe.
It just keeps blowing bubbles in the water.
I forgot. I'm just gonna mute my mic and
Jeff Frederick, I did try and talk Billy into Connexus, but he's so focused on Asian species. I felt like the Burmese, they just fit,
So I had 3 species I was really interested in. These guys were number one. Second were elongateds, and then the yellowfoots, the Amazon basin yellowfoots would have been the other ones, but they were
Burmese rambling tortoises. Is that what they were called?
Yeah, I guess I'm talking too much. Sorry, Jake. So next thing was I've been talking to Eddie Soto about Aussie water dragons for like 9 months now. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger. I ended up getting 6 of them. He's got lines from different stuff that he imported. One's from Spain, one's from Portugal. So Australian animals from different lineages that aren't, related to stuff we have over here. I'm all over that. So excited about that. Those are the only things I bought. Everything else was stuff that I had lined up before the show. I got the adult pair of Diones and Bimaculata from Smitty. Thank you again for bringing those. Phil brought some Nova Guineas back to me. So for my first pairing, I got a pair of those back. So that was cool. And then his Underwoodosaurus, which I've been geeking over.
Those Millie were dope.
To get home. Yeah, those are. I'm really excited about them.
School gecko.
Let's see, and then obviously Paint Shab. He brings a big box and just starts handing stuff out to people. Yeah, everybody was excited about the tortoises, and we were showing everybody at every chance we could, and they just sat there and ate the whole show. But
Same.
Yeah, feelings mutual.
Yeah. So as far as the show goes,
you with them pretzels.
Yeah. So as far as the show goes, I know everyone said it was slower and all that, but Saturday, like, I didn't stop talking. Like, I had a ton of people coming up interested in what we had on the table, and I might have had 30 minutes to myself throughout the whole day. Like, it was
You're busy.
nonstop. Yeah, it was the whole, which, I mean, it was what you want. So
Yeah.
I can see that, like, it was slower. Sales weren't as, good as they've been in the past, but I didn't notice, like a huge, like the turnout being less than what it usually is. But I was also super busy talking the whole weekend. So
Yeah, I will say that when we mentioned that the show is a little slower than normal. I don't necessarily. I mean, obviously, I wasn't making money hand over fist the way that some other vendors were or were not. But walking around and going to the second room, and there was a good crowd of people, but you didn't see the stacks of deli cups with people walking around like you have in years past.
Yeah,
we haven't seen that since COVID.
Yeah,
like the last 3 years, you haven't seen that. Yeah. So,
Smitty, you have the video of Billy's table?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I know all the videos and everything got sent in all different order, but yeah, man, water dragons are awesome looking, dude.
Yeah, they're good. I got them set up. I made bins for them, and they're like they were eating in the deli cups for me, so they're gonna be just fine.
Yeah, it's amazing how they look just like adults.
Oh, those mandarins.
Those mandarins are badass.
Oh my god, Billy has ruined me.
Me and Sanchez are both in agreement that we both need Russians.
I need those mandarins.
I offered Billy like $100 for a pair, and he wouldn't go for it. I don't know why.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I know what I was thinking. I should have bid on that. But yeah, I was really happy with the table and really happy with the turnout and interest and all that. Talking to some people, I do think I'm gonna maybe try some different ideas for all the humidity on the lids there. So I can keep high humidity for the species, but I'm not wiping down the displays 8,000 times a day.
I struggle with the same thing when I'm vending with my brother with the Ragodactylus and the geckos, and he was constantly opening up lids and wiping down.
Could you take some of the spray stuff they use for like scuba masks and wipe that on the lid?
I would.
That's what I'm gonna try something like that, or like a defogger or something like that
Yeah.
to do it. Because
Don't a lot of the
what's up?
no, so don't a lot of the scuba divers use just toothpaste too?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was
maybe.
just
That might work.
use.
I'm gonna say real quick something I forgot to mention. I did pick up a badass pair of Outer Banks king snakes from Mr. Phil Wolf here at that table you were just showing. Those
Yes, sir.
things are awesome. I'm
OBX.
very happy with those two.
Glad,
Yeah.
man.
They are. They both have eaten already.
Oh hell yeah.
They're a big surprise, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
King snake's gonna king snake, baby. But yeah, they're right at home.
Awesome.
So, shout out.
Awesome.
Thank you
Glad to
very
hear
much.
it, man.
Those are
Glad to hear it.
wonderful.
Billy got a lychee.
Billy got
Oh.
lychee.
So from Pain Chev, I got a lychee, so a granite, super granite. So really excited about see how that thing turns out, and then a pair of cave geckos since I'm turning into a lizard guy now.
You are,
And
man.
Bob.
Dude, you got massive
Bob,
geckos this show.
I did.
He's team
Sure
four
did.
legs.
That is one ugly ass lychee. Jesus
Dude, those
Christ.
Easterns are badass. They're fucking cool.
I also got a null eggs.
You
from,
did.
Jeff and Kendra. So we're incubating those right now. So maybe I'll have a Knowles too.
I forgot
Hell
those things laid behind the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, one laid when I got home Sunday night. Another one laid, so I've got 2 eggs. I'm incubating.
These are Jake's milks that he
Those are
just
so
sent
cool. They're
pictures
so
We're
of.
not
fucking
ta-
crispy.
we're not talking about them.
I was going
Gotcha.
back and showing them.
Now that we have pictures, we can talk about them. Those things are fucking badass.
Fucking cool.
They're really nice. What locality?
I don't know.
Nothing on them.
They might
What
be.
county were they again?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yes, you do.
See, now I actually want to know, and he's not going to tell us.
They're Wake County.
No,
We fucked
they're
ourselves on that one.
Yeah, I know, right?
the
I will
milk.
literally look that shit up and tell you from
The
your
milk.
own
The
messages.
milks I got are Ashe County, North Carolina.
Ash.
That's right. Ash
And
is
they're
meant to be
F1s, right?
Yeah, mine are Wilkes County.
A great
whoever said
question.
When I talked to them, they said they were F1s because
Then
that's
they-
why they have so
they-
much diversity because the adults were relatively different looking.
Yeah, they're F1s. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Great pickup.
No, they're
Yeah, man.
stupid. No, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, you ever get tired of those, you know? Hey,
Well, we could just go up and down the line of people that want them.
Yeah, right.
Well, they're mine.
spin the wheel.
It's like tic-tac-toe on this board.
It's a great species too. Not a lot of people spend a lot of time with that species. They kind of get bored of them. They're pretty common in the Midwest.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking animal. Who?
Yeah.
Got
Whoa.
you.
Whoa.
Look at that.
And then there's that thing.
Yeah,
man. Is it my turn?
Oh,
It's
gonna take forever.
Yeah, this is gonna take a real long
Get
time.
comfortable.
Daddy brought home a
this
lot.
pee break's brought to you by Black Box Cages.
Yeah, I was about to say I peed first. I peed before it was time. So I do want to talk a little bit about Daytona before we get into pickups, and then I'll
Yeah,
kind of
please,
explain my
please.
pickups. There's this magnitude of things that happen. I have a little bit of social anxiety, which would probably be masked by my charisma. I get a little nervous when it's a lot of people, a lot of crowds, and there's this weird thing that happens when I go to Daytona, and I feel like I'm just with family, right? I feel like I'm with this diverse family of people that I talk to on a regular or semi-regular basis, and it's this huge feeling. You instantly. I mean, I got there on Thursday. I straight went to Billy's table. It's Billy and Casey and Billy's girlfriend, and we're setting up, and it just instantly. I walked in, and I instantly felt like I was in stride with the place I was supposed to be. And then you walk out. We split ways, and then people start showing up. Joe, I get to meet you. What a lovely human. Get to share a hotel with you, and this very beautiful thing happens. You meet somebody sometimes for the first time, and that hug isn't, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. Sometimes that hug is just like, God, I haven't seen you in so long, and you've never met the person. And it's
Yeah,
such it's such a weird feeling, and I love that. I'm going to miss it next year. I won't be there next year, and
Yeah.
I know. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But this weird emotional vibe that happens, and as the night goes on, as the day goes on, as the show goes on, it pulses. You go to the show when you kind of split off on your own way. You maybe get a beer, maybe you microdose a little bit of alcohol, right? You get some wings or some chicken tenders, which are delicious, and you sit at the table, and then you just see that person that you were talking to the night before, that person that you've known forever. It's like, oh shit, what's up, Mike? How are you doing? You know, and it's beautiful, and that's what I love about the show, and that's what I'll constantly long for in a group situation, right? Is this comfortable feeling that comes from this community, and that's kind of what I always talk about, and I love it. I love it, and I know that all of y'all do too. You know, we're sitting here razzing on Jake, but we razz on each other all the time, and it's love. It's this pontification of just massive love that we share, and I missed it the second I left. I missed it, and not that I don't have it personally. I have beautiful friends here. I have beautiful family, and I missed my family the whole time. But this weird just feeling that you're in this orb. Rob Christensen comes up and grabs me and hugs me and picks me up off the ground, and I'm not as small, right? Jake Keller literally physically just assaulting you the second you see him. Like, it's just these things, these little things happen. Jason Hood coming up and shaking your hand and kind of ominously standing like 12 feet away from you, yet he's just watching over like a bird, but he's talking to you in just this beautiful conceptual way where everything is right and everything's okay. Or, you know, meeting people like Brandon finally, sitting at having beers with Kevin and his family. Brent from Blue Ridge Reptiles coming up and just, hey man, how you doing? And it's like, dude, I haven't seen you in literally 1 year, and we can pick that conversation up right now. How's your family doing? How's your kid doing? Like, how are things? And it's really special meeting new people like Chris Sanchez, Hunter Lister, the young man that picked up a couple cave geckos from me. It's really special, and it only gets to happen once a year. For this group, I'm sure for other groups they get to feel that in Pomona. I'm sure certain groups get to feel that in Tinley, and I'm sure some groups get to feel that in Dallas. But this is kind of our show, right?
Yeah.
And it's you know, in every progression, Jeff and Kendra with child, you know, Harry having a baby, and you know, Sky kind of going tangential from the progression that he had made, and doing and seeing him progress as a human and what he's doing now. Billy flourishing in the changes. Justin and now vending a table, and it's, you know, Phil, seeing you and Anna Maria's love just even more congealed. Now I see it 1 year more progressed, and it's just even better. Jake in so much healthier of a place in his life, and then every year it's like I get to add another peg to that life board. Meeting somebody like Joe in person. We've been talking for years. And so I'll actually get in my pickups. My most special pickup this year was actually from Joe. He brought a very special book. The name of the book is God Loves, Man Kills. It's from Chris Claremont. I believe it was wrote in 1982. I may be off on my year. And he brought me a signed copy of that book. Me and him both go back sharing Marvel love. We both grew up with X-Men. It was probably one of the things we hid from in our nerdiness to kind of find comfort and kind of make ourselves feel real. And we both were able to sit there and talk about Marvel and kind of awe and ogle over these books. And he actually brought a couple other books, which were very special. The Nightcrawler, and I forget the artist's name that just the little kid designs on the front. But being able to share a room with them, and y'all don't know this, but every night me and him got to sit for 30 minutes or an hour and visit and just kind of talk about life and being a
Wasn't
dad.
sure where that was going first.
No, but
Yeah.
but being able to visit about the hardships in life, like it's difficult. We both work in a similar industry, and being able to talk about being a dad and the trials and tribulations we go to raising a little girl, and just what we see as a future, what we maybe see as the past that we had. And God just constantly be able to add this to my life is, man, it's the special thing about Daytona. Being able to have beers with my mentor, John Lasseter, right? Like he drives all the way from Corpus, and he comes out. And the beautiful thing is getting to introduce him to everybody else, and we're just having beers, right? Like it's
man,
it's great.
it's awesome.
I got to have beers with Bill Stiegel, which didn't even know who he was. Me and him were just having a beer bullshitting about Texas. And I was like, "What's your name?" He was like, "Oh, Bill Stiegel." I was like, "That's a name."
Yeah.
Andy. God, I'm forgetting
Middleton.
his last name. Middleton.
Middleton. I love Middleton.
Dude, the insane randomness that between Andy, me, and Skylar that we were just brewing up, and Brandon, the you can walk to each conversation that each person is having, because there's all these little micro conversations happening, and you could just walk up to each one, and you're instantly invited. You're instantly a part of it. And we kind of probably all grew up a little segregated, maybe in school or in life, because we liked things a little different. And then you get to go to this little mecca, this little hub, and you're not different anymore. Now people want your insight, whether you're Billy Hunt, who's been doing this for a really long time, you're Phil, who works with some of the most complex things in the group, or you're Hunter, the young man that's been kind of visiting with us. And he's just brand new to it, right? We just got into it. You get to have that, and we can all walk around, and maybe I'm a this type of keeper, or Skylar's this type of keeper, or Justin is this type of keeper, or Harry does things this way. Each person has this beautiful little input. So that's what I love. It's beautiful, and that's what makes it special to me. But yes, I did have a lot of pickups.
I was about to say, are you done?
No, bro.
Jesus
Nah, man,
Christ.
keep it up. Keep it up,
Thank you,
man.
boy,
Keep it up.
He was not going
He
to make
saved the
a speech this year.
Daytona speech for the Daytona recap.
Yeah.
He sure did.
He did.
I
He did.
know, and I did. I know that I kind of gave speeches last year, and this year the fact was that I thought about it. I never thought about it, right? And then everybody was like, "You're going to give speeches," and no. But this thing we're able to share is so wonderful. It's so special. We're so lucky. And everybody feels distraught. Everybody finds their way to distance themselves, but you're not alone, because we all get together and we all get to tell each other how bad it sucks and how good it is and how much we can share it. And the thing is, I know that though I may see y'all physically once a year, that for my life, y'all are there for me, whether reptiles are there or not, because we all found this little idiosyncrasy that we all have. And it's blood, man. It's fucking cool. It's real family.
That's
He's
awesome,
about
man.
to be like, "Are you
That's
done?"
what I told. Yeah, talking to Sanchez too. Because
Yeah.
he was telling me just how cool it was that it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, it's one of those things where like you don't really get it until you're there,
Yeah.
and then it like immediately it makes sense.
You meet
It's like,
people.
okay,
like
I get
Chris.
it now. Now I know what you guys are talking about. Like now, like, it makes so
That-
much sense.
Honestly, one of the best parts of Daytona was I was talking to somebody and Sanchez came up. Was like, "Hey man, can I talk to you for a minute?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, of course." And he pulled me to the side and he just talked to me about what the experience was for him and how much he appreciated it.
Yeah.
And that really it kind of grounded me for a second, dude. It's like, this, having this, we've been going for so many years now, and obviously it just gets better every year, dude. But when somebody like pulls you aside and personally is like, dude, like you have no idea how much this helps me as a person. I'm like, dude, like, oh my God, man. Like it's great. It's the family reunion that you never expected, you know? And it's the best, dude. Like I tell everybody, this is my favorite weekend out of every year.
Yeah.
I do so much in the year, and herping and doing all that. But like, man, I look forward to this more than any other weekend out of the year, man.
Yeah. It's special, man.
It's the best. Yeah. It's special.
I had somebody come up to me, I'm not going to say their name, and they were like, had met me and had shown their love for things. And I understand there's this ideology of gatekeeping, right? And they came up and they're like, "Dude, hey, Chris, is that is that so and so? And I was like, yeah, that's like so and so. That's the person. That's the one. And
He's
they're
him.
like, dude, and they were like, that's crazy. And I was like, no, it's not. Let's go talk to him. I don't know. And I was like, no, come on. I'll just introduce you and it'll be good. And they ended up talking for like an hour, right? Like
That's great, man.
it's like,
That's great.
because once we all realize that we're just ground level humans that have,
We're just people.
we're just, everybody's just people.
Hey.
Even the
We
guy
all
at the
got
top,
tism.
we all got that tism.
Mhm.
You know, Jeremy Turgeon, Rob Christian, right? It's just this amazing thing. Like, people, oh man, I can't believe that guy's just like standing there. Like, yeah, let's come up, meet. You want to meet Rob? He's like,
Yeah.
super cool. Like, he's gonna hug the shit out of you, right? Like, this dude doesn't even know you, and he's gonna give you the best hug you've ever
Dude,
had. Like,
that literally happened. Somebody was like, "Hey, dude, can you introduce me to Rob?" And I was like, "Rob, like, come
yeah,
here."
yeah.
Like,
This
dude,
person's
it's-
weird about you being weird, so like, let's be weird together.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, like, it's
fucking
fine.
rad. It's so
For
rad.
sure,
Like,
man.
That's the thing that's continued to amaze
Yeah.
me is every year I just usually a Friday or Saturday night. It's like I look around and I'm just amazed that it's grown to what it has been. You know, considering
massive.
what it started at is, and now over the last 3 years or so, it's just.
It's massive.
And
It's huge.
it's just the fact that it's just happened that way too. Like, it was never planned that way. It was never forced to be that
No.
way. It's just the way
Yeah.
things are built and the way it's come together. And it just, like, I remember, I think it was last year, the year before last. I just remember there's so many people at the gazebo. I pulled Phil aside and I was like, dude, this is because of us.
This is the fucking spot.
Like, it kind of all started like clicked and made sense. And I was like, holy shit. And it's just the fact that it was all just because we do what we do and we love it, and it was never like trying to make it work, like trying to force it into being a thing, and like just the fact that it happened. I think that's
the thing.
The fact
I
that
love
it's so
about
organic is what made it
Yeah.
has made it work so well. Is the
exactly, Justin. Yeah, and what's amazing about it is y'all kind of started that in like 2021, right? Like, y'all kind of were like, hey, we're gonna have this like hang out at the gazebo, we're gonna do this thing. I show up in 2022, and there's like so many people there that like you could just name drop, right? And then last year, 23, it gets even, like you said, even bigger. And then this year, it's like the magnet, right? Like, you could sit at that area on a Friday night or a Saturday night, and the magnitude of people that are there, the name dropping you could do, right? You've got people that are these are
all over the country, bro.
From
Legit.
all over the country. People from not this country are there.
Yeah.
And they will straight up, you could just go introduce yourself and not do this whole, oh my, like anything. And they're just like, oh, cool, man. What do you work with? And you could straight up say corn snakes. And they're like, oh, that's so badass. Leopard geckos. Oh man, what kind of leopard geckos?
Right.
And it's just massive, right? It's just massive, and it's a beautiful thing, and that's, that is it's a special thing, and I don't think there's anywhere else like that I know of. I don't think you get that camaraderie anywhere else, and I thank you guys.
Sure.
Justin, I put a lot of this in your pocket. This is kind of your fault, right? Like, if you didn't like cigars and Phil didn't like cigars and Billy wasn't y'all's friend and Jake didn't know you, like, if it wasn't for y'all four, that gazebo probably would be pretty fucking boring on a Friday night or a Saturday night. And
For real.
And now it's kind of the spot to be.
That gazebo was probably responsible. That gazebo and coming to the show was responsible for 2 separately of the most surreal fucking hours of my life. Where so when I was getting back into the hobby, I started by I was listening to Phelan for a while, then listened to THP for a bit, and then eventually everybody comes in, right? And so that's been years. I get to the gazebo, and the first person I see is one of the first people I was fucking listening to that didn't decide to go off and start rollerblading instead. And so it was fucking incredible. Like, I can't tell you how rad it was. Like, Brot's being first, basically. Like, that was great.
Yeah.
And then later, I'm having a beer with brats and I'm sitting around, okay, and it's normal. But at some point, there's 6, 7 complete fucking podcasts in that gazebo.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, this is a group of people that got me through some shit without even trying, just because they were just fucking around and bullshitting. And then we go in the next morning, and I'll go, you know, you lose Chris real fucking quick because, like, ooh, I need to buy 9 of those snakes.
I have
But
problems.
So, like, I'll go over and I saw Justin and the family over there. And then go hit Billy's table, hang out there. Phil's like, what size are you? Here. And just doing other things. Ended up with a shirt. I was going to wear it tonight. I can't figure out where the fuck I put it. And then walking over and I go from, like, shaking Trumbauer's hand and having him tell me I'm a good father to, like, wandering off, running into Gabe, like, did you see these fucking king snakes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we go look at the king snakes. I'm not going to buy them. Yes, you fucking are. Then
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no shit. Then Steve Brotz, like, you need to come and look at this thing. So we go to the other room and look at this thing. Then I go back and I see Gabe's got the 2 king snakes. And then we wander off some other direction. Come back, now Gabe's got 4 snakes.
Yeah, and
wander off, now he's got a fucking toad.
And that's another person we haven't talked about. Like, shout out to Gabe, dude.
Gabe's rad.
What
Gabe
a
and Preston are both rad.
fucking
Yeah.
joy,
Yeah,
dude.
What a
Preston.
fucking guy. It's
I'm
like-
glad I got to meet them, man.
Yeah.
And what a
Gabe-
late night G too, dude. I was going to bed and homie was like, I'm just getting started.
Yeah, dude. Gabe's a great dude. He rode up with me, and we shared a hotel room. And,
We cried.
You cried together?
Yeah, we cried
Cried
together
together?
for sure. Yeah, it was real weird though when we walked up into our hotel at 3 a.m. and some weird dust that looked awfully lot like the Devil's Dandruff was sorted out into lines in our bathroom. That was real weird.
I forgot about that.
I was way too not sober for that to happen. I was
That was
so
fun.
confused.
Did
And
you-
everybody
did you-
asked me.
You made
Everybody
the
asked.
cardinal mistake.
Everybody
Did you
asked.
taste it?
Everybody asked me. They're like, "Well, how'd you know it wasn't that?" And I was like, "Gabe tried it."
There was too much left, and Keller still exists on this planet.
So, but I do have like a genuine question though, since everybody's shitting on me. A genuine question for Billy. I'm honestly curious because like Billy and I met before Daytona was cool. So I was going Daytona for everybody else, for Justin and all.
Weird flex, but all right.
Yeah, but but no. So I met Billy years and years ago before like any of this ever blew up. So Billy, what was it like prior to this turning into like a whole
Tell us,
thing?
old man.
I'm genuinely curious. Like when I met you that first Daytona, what would happen in the evenings?
I really didn't have a group, so I kind of, I knew Steve, Steve's Morphs,
Who's Steve?
ball python guy. Yeah, it's night and day now, man. It wasn't nearly as fun. It was kind of just all about the show. There wouldn't be much to do, so you just kind of sit through the whole auction for some reason. And I think I listened to the Turtle Talks one year.
Nice.
Oh, you were really bored then. I'm kidding.
I won't lie, man. I sat through a turtle talk once, and it was on wood turtles, and I still to this day want wood turtles. But go on, please.
They're dope.
Well, I mean, I remember what they like. It was alligator snappers, and then Wayne did something on how he runs his whole property. There's actually a lot to learn from those things.
Yeah,
but-
Oh yes, absolutely.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, no, I am too. But no, it wasn't until we met, and then you guys started the podcast, and then Smitty decided he wanted to smoke a cigar and commandeered that gazebo, and the rest is history. Every year it's gotten bigger and
Started
bigger.
on the back patio, and then security started giving us shit. So we're like, let's just move.
Oh
on.
yeah. But now more people are coming every year, so now they're kind of understanding why we talk it up so much. Because I'm sure if you've never been, we probably sound like broken records, and they're like, it's just a reptile show. What are they so excited about?
Right.
But then once you go, and more people are saying, like, everybody asks me, because I do Tinley every year too, which one's better? And like, you can't compare the two.
Yeah.
Like Daytona for all this, the camaraderie and everything, and then Tinley's more of a business show. You know, like there's some of it, like I hang out with all the carpet guys and all that. That's cool to see them. But it's nothing like, I mean, the 60, 70 people will have, you know, just shooting the shit for 4 days straight. You know?
Yeah. And it's not just
the Arizona and the Cali homies, they were literally all saying, they're like, I will never miss a Daytona show because they are not like this ever at the West Coast. Like, it is not a weekend party 24/7 for 4 days or 24/4. You're there 4 days straight, nonstop, hanging with homies.
That's wild because this is
hotel room and shit. And it's a different experience.
I can't imagine it not being like that because this is like, as far as bigger shows, like this is, and weekends, like this is it.
Dude,
like this is all I've really known from what.
And it's so funny going from, like, when I first started going to Daytona, I literally stayed with a good buddy, my childhood friend of mine who lives in Ocala. I would go crash with him in Ocala and just drive to the show, and I would stay there for the day and just drive back to his house, and all was fine. And now it's like this whole other thing. And you know, I tell everybody, you know, the show is just extra. You know what I mean? Like the show's just fun. You know, it's cool. That's why I get there on Thursday. I literally spend more time hanging out than I do at the show.
I leave Sunday. I leave Sunday because yes, the show is amazing, but I want that Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night.
I'm saying, man, and that's why, like, I really, when I go to Daytona, like, obviously everybody knows Sky and I try and herp whenever possible, but like when it comes to Daytona, I really don't try and herp. Because like I specify herp vacations, you know, vacations, they're herp trips. But when it comes to Daytona, like I'm there for Daytona. Like I'm there.
Get all that love in instead of
I'm there for the people, man. Like
chosen family.
And dude, it's pure positivity.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Everybody's so stoked, and it's, oh my god, I've heard some of the most amazing reptile stories ever at this gazebo. That's this little honeycomb of life, and I've heard the most amazing personal stories. And it maybe even told some of them. Like it's and now it's not just the gazebo, it's the people that used to just hang out at the bar. And Sky, you I remember in 22 when I first met you, your flamboyant way of saying hi to one of the more famous one of them. That guy was out at the gazebo this year, and I was like,
he made it.
Weird. He made it. Not the best person to talk to. A little dry, but because I did go introduce myself and say, hey, come get a beer. But that was the other thing. Having a massive quantity of beers was actually kind of a special thing because I didn't drink that much. But we were able to tell everybody, hey man, you want a beer? Go grab a beer, right? Like
community,
go get a beer. We had this little community nest thing that we did, and it wasn't just the gazebo, it wasn't just the front patio, it wasn't even just downstairs. It went all through the tables, all the way down the side, and it's all people talking about the same shit. Like,
yeah, man.
It was, and you could have walked up to any one of those tables, any one of those groups, any one of those things, and instantly been accepted.
Better yet, not even accepted, but what do you guys talk? Turtles, geckos, monitors, like we're all in it, you know? Man.
Dude, you had venomous keepers talking to leopard gecko breeders, and they're just talking about
legit
all of these same complications and idiosyncrasies. What a
yeah, one of my favorite things is me and Cole went into the bar to get cocktails for some people, and the two of us are walking out. We got all these drinks in our hands, and this
shout out to Cole and Alyssa.
Shout out to Cole.
I'm really glad they made it. They were awesome.
So happy to get to meet them in person. And Cole and I both have the Fulvius Boomslang shirt on, and we're walking back, and this couple walks up, and they got a bunch of books in their hands. They must have just won books at the auction or something, and which is it's a whole nother thing, right? And they see the shirt and they're like, oh my God, do you guys keep boomslangs? And we're both like, no, but we have, you know. And they're like, okay, because we keep Thrassops and we really want to, you know, occidentalis this and occidentalis that. And like just random strangers, man.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
a
like
random conversation about Thrassops just happened.
exactly. And then
Where
like,
else on earth?
where else on earth, right? And then
Yeah.
we brought up Eli
Yeah.
because Eli bred Jackson and I,
Yeah.
and they were like,
Eli's-
they're like, oh, I heard about that one. You know what? Let me go on his Instagram. So like, it's just networking of love, man. Networking of love of the animals and the people, and yeah,
It
It's cool,
definitely
it's special.
reignited a spark for me having random people come up and just tell me how cool the peach throat work I'm doing is, and I'm just like, oh, so people do pay attention to this shit. Holy
oh, they do,
or how
bro.
cool the podcast is. People talking about flipping tin and just being like, "Hey, man, I love what y'all are doing. Like, this is it's fresh, it's different. Y'all are doing something special." And then everybody's sitting there talking about it. It's cool. Or people talking about, "Hey, I know THN hasn't been or THP hasn't been that often, but that's okay because you're doing all these little side things, and it's just this great little back and forth and back and forth."
You're the throat king. Oh my god, he's the throat king.
Dude, there were some people. I was talking to some people at one of the tables, and they were stoked on the King Snake episodes y'all are doing.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, for
fucking
sure.
That
love it.
was I got several compliments on that, and it's so weird to be like, oh yeah, like, we did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put that into the world, man.
Like who, me? Like
Yeah.
Not that I do much. I mean, this guy right here, is a damn encyclopedia, but like it was so crazy to have my voice recognized by like people that I know, and it like it was weird, man. It's I'm still kind of wrestling with that one.
Or when you get somebody that's like way up there in the world of reptiles and you've been looking up to, and they come up there like, "Hey, you talked about this one thing. I had this experience. What do you think about this?" And it's like,
Fuck, you heard that?
Why do you care what I think? But here, yeah.
It's
yeah,
cool.
It's always nice having a paint job on a podcast because you can go for like, what's it been, roughly 42 minutes waiting to hear what the fuck he bought at the show.
It's worth it.
But
Worth
none of
it.
it was necessarily
We got a
wasted.
speech though.
Yeah.
We got the speech
We
we
did.
didn't get over the weekend.
Yeah,
No.
the speech we needed. I loved it.
Maybe.
Really, you
All right.
evaded a birthday speech. I tried for it so fucking hard.
Hey, I wasn't there for Billy's birthday. You know what I mean? Billy had already gone to bed. Ain't no
Yeah,
speeches coming from me.
Can we give a real quick happy birthday to Billy?
Happy birthday, man.
Billy.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
I'm not gonna
You know
lie.
what's
I was a total asshole on Sunday until I dipped out without saying happy birthday to you, Billy. So I am so sorry.
That's
Or
all right.
goodbye to
buddy.
anyone.
You said happy birthday to me. My birthday's in December.
I don't give a shit
Well,
when
that
your
might be
birthday
why.
is.
You know
As he
what?
was leaving
Happy
the
birthday,
show, he was
Justin.
like, "Happy birthday, Smitty."
You know what made it good was getting Phil that picture.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
You
so
did get the
fun.
picture, yeah.
That was
forgot about that.
That was funny
Nice
for
work,
me.
Rods.
I literally
Signing the picture was
I
fun.
literally told Billy, I was like, dude, please, like, I gotta leave semi early tomorrow. Can you please just like give it to him, like when I'm around? Like,
The amount of
Because I
time it
really
took
wouldn't
for me
be
to
there
not
for that.
draw a dick on it was a lot.
dude, you should have done
I
it,
can't.
bro.
He might have kids someday. I don't know. He might leave
Right
it
on
up
the
his
back.
living room.
What was really funny was the amount of people I had to tell, like, Phil's okay, nothing happened.
Someone
We're
wrote
just
"Get
doing
well
some-
soon" on it. I think it was like Rosa.
No, Dykstra.
So
Yeah, Dykstra wrote like "Get well soon, hang in there, buddy." You know, Derek.
there was
It gets better.
Happy
was
birthday.
so right before it was Saturday night. Me and Billy gathered a bunch of people to go up to the room to sign it. And I don't know how this happened, but I was screaming at somebody to go sign Phil's picture. And Phil, you were standing right there. And
Didn't
Katie,
hear it.
and Katie, Justin's
Katie.
wife, was like, he's right here. And I was like, oh God, I just ruined everything. He was literally, I could have like punched him in the face. Like he was right there, like arm's length. And I was yelling at somebody to try to get their attention so they would go sign the picture. And I was like, I just ruined all of this.
Okay.
But you
That
didn't
was me.
bat. But you didn't bat. Yeah, it was you. It was.
And it
And-
gets funnier.
And Phil didn't bat an eye. So I was like, maybe I'm good. And he didn't hear it. Did you
Dude,
actually
I was
not
like,
hear it?
I didn't, and I remember you yelling about something, but at the same time, we're all drinking.
It was literally
We're
go
all-
sign Phil's picture. I said it like 6
And
fucking times.
I
dude.
What
honestly didn't hear it at all.
That's
Dude,
What
I
Jake
thought-
fails to mention is that he gave us his room key like an idiot.
what else was I
He said,
supposed to
he
do?
said,
I
go
wasn't
up there and
walking
do
all the
this.
way
I was
over
like,
there.
oh,
No.
I was like,
Go up
this
there
is
and
too
pilfer
good.
my
We got a
That's
room
what he
key.
said to everyone
All
else.
right,
So
so
he
which
said to me and Danny was, go sign Phil's picture. It's over there.
I said go follow them. Okay,
There
so
was no one to follow.
Joe, are you the one that hid my bag?
No.
I don't know who
So
did that.
just
It wasn't
so
me.
Justin did the lines in our bathroom, but somebody else took my bag and hid it. And
That's
it,
fucked.
it really pissed me off because I was way too drunk that night for that.
By
And
the
I
way, for
could-
those listening, the
I
lines in
could
the
not
bathroom
do
was Splenda.
Yeah, it was Splenda.
It was Splenda.
It was
not a
yeah,
illegal
it
number.
was sugar. Gabe tried
When-
it. It's fine.
When we all went
Um,
up to your room, like 12 deep, we walked by Jason because he was sitting at one of the tables because he's old and can't stand long. And apparently I was leading the charge, and he thought we were going to kick someone's ass. And he was like, look at Billy go. Fuck yeah. I get back, and he's like, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm like,
Oh
for what?
my
He's like, y'all
God.
obviously just jumped somebody. I'm like, no. Then I tell him, and he's like, I'm still going to think you jumped somebody.
Oh.
You're like, no.
So who hid my bag? Somebody took my
I think
bag
you
and
hid
put
your
it.
bag, dog.
No, somebody
Yeah,
took
you-
my bag and put it behind the curtain, like all the way in the corner. And I was
Definitely
like,
It
inconvenienced
might have been
yourself.
Casey or Clay.
That's a Casey Cannon kind of shit.
That sounds like a Casey thing to do.
I don't know.
We're
Somebody
gonna
took
say
my
it was
bag.
Casey.
Somebody
Not-
took my bag and hid it behind the curtain.
So-
I was like, at that point, I was just mad.
I had multiple ideas. One was to take the hotel painting thing off the wall and have us all sign that and give it to you. The other one was to piss in your coffee maker. The other one was
Oh,
to take Sweet and Low and put it on your toothbrush.
The
and then
only
take Sweet and Low and put it in your water jug, and then finally I just settled on, well, let me put the Sweet and Low on the counter and chop
That
it up
was
and put
funny.
a $1
You
bill.
found the
right next
only
to it.
like mid-range option out of those two things.
I
Half of
know,
those were,
I
like,
know. I was like,
lame,
what's the
and
one
the
that's
other
not
half
gonna
are like,
cost me
what
any
the
money?
fuck?
if you would have pissed in the coffee maker, that only would have affected Gabe, and that would have been funny.
Even better.
Um,
Yeah, it's
'cause
like-
I don't.
I feel like
collateral.
Smitty is like anybody
How
watch
much
that?
Splenda do you need?
Anybody watch that show New Girl? The one character Winston, he can't do practical jokes. It's either a whoopee cushion or like fire bombs your car.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
one extreme.
one or the
the
other, right,
It's
right.
literally a badger at your wedding, or
Yes.
like putting shredded
Yes.
pieces of shoe by your car.
Yes,
Like-
exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love that show.
Badger
Yeah.
at the wedding, loved it.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
my god.
I was. It
Love
was because like me and Gabe walked up there at like 3:30 in the morning, and I'm like about to like lay out in my bed, and Gabe's like, "Bro, come here." And I came in, and I was like, "Who
To
did
the turtle
this?"
face.
I was like, "Who did this?" And he was like, "Hold on." He was like, "Hold on, I got you." And I was like, "Gabe, don't." And he just took a little bit, put it on his gums. He's like, "Oh, that's sugar." And I was like, "Fucking," because like I was way too intoxicated to think rationally.
I thought
at
the
that.
Thanks,
$1
Gabe.
bill rolled up
Hey,
was a nice
if-
touch.
Thank you, Gabe.
If that
Yeah.
was the
Thanks,
good,
Gabe.
good,
I mean, I was
it
one.
wouldn't be
I
any
was.
left.
I was $1 richer after.
Yeah, then he wouldn't give me my
Yeah.
dollar bill back.
Gabe's a
No.
trooper, man. Could have been rat poison.
Yeah,
you know?
fuck it.
That's
Just
what I
made it
literally
like
thought
Somebody was
about
like,
myself.
"Can I have my dollar?" And I was like, "No, like you left it in my
Reptical.
room. It's
It
mine
could have
now."
it could have been rat poison, or it could have been y'all going to bed at
Calcium
3:30 p.m.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Could have been Reptical.
Reptical. Oh, get your D3.
Would have been
boys.
more convincing than the Sweet and Low.
The best
Yeah.
part about all
Yeah.
of that was the next morning. I was like, "So I heard you had a little cocaine party in your room last night," and he goes, "Who did that? Who did that?"
I didn't know. I honestly didn't think it was Justin. I figured it was somebody else, but I should.
Whipping
Oh,
the
Had,
neck.
had there been pee in the coffee maker, you'd be like,
You're not gonna
"Smitty?"
give me. You're not gonna give me your room key unattended.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Jesus.
I was trusting Billy.
I'm more concerned
That's
about
the
your
thing.
Thank
Other
you.
mistake.
pranks that didn't make the cut than that one. Like,
Yeah, right.
Those are
I was like, I really like
Jesus.
the hotel room picture. Sign that instead and give it to him. I
Don't
like
do
that
that,
idea.
'cause
But I was
then
like, they're gonna
I
charge
would-
the room like $300 for that thing.
No,
probably.
because I would have absolutely told you to pay me that money. Like, absolutely not, dude. We're not. No.
I went up there to give you your rat snakes. Let's talk about the condition of your sheets. It looks like y'all made a fort. Like,
Dude,
none of
those
the beds had a single damn sheet on
they
them.
didn't
There was
have
fucking hair all over the
fitted.
sink, too.
They didn't have fitted sheets, and the hair over the sink was Gabe's beard.
Okay.
Okay,
I hope so. His
that
beard didn't
was-
look any shorter when I
That's
saw
probably yeah. Why would
he
you?
had a brush. He was brushing.
Sorry,
it.
I don't pack for Daytona. Like, I'll probably groom myself while I'm there.
I didn't.
saying.
Obviously, I don't have to groom my beard. Gabe's
I
got a
don't
whole
do that
fucking.
much anyway.
Real quick, before we keep going, my fiance is in the group chat. And she said her favorite. We were talking about podcasts. Her favorite segment is Billy's book club, which I may concur with.
Yeah.
Did y'all pick up books at the show?
I got a book.
Well, you guys want to do that real quick?
Fucking nerds.
I didn't get time to look.
Oh,
I
I'm
wish like
disappointed.
hell that I had. That's one of my biggest regrets.
Oh man,
Almost bid on the Blue Bible at the auction, but I didn't want to have to go back at the end of the fucking auction to pay for it. So
yeah, it's tough,
That's
man. That's
fair.
tough. Smitty, what'd you pick up?
It was one that was on my Amazon wish list and has been for a while. Let me look it up real quick.
Well, I picked up something I was not expecting to find. I found a first edition original jacket copy, not signed, but original jacket copy of Snakes and Snake Hunting by Carl Kaufeld.
Oh
shit.
man.
Yeah, so and that's I did not have that book, and I needed to have that book. So I spent a little more than I should have because it is a first edition and it is the original jacket. It's not a reproduction jacket, but that was definitely a highlight for me. So
that's a cool find.
thanks, man.
Mine was Venomous Snake Bite in the Western United States.
Oh, nice. Is that Beck?
Rubio.
Oh, Rubio. Oh, and Anna Maria at the book guy got a reptile and amphibian coloring book that is totally catered for adults because it's all like fun facts about all the different species in the book. Super cool.
She inspired
is
Sam,
awesome.
and Sam got one too.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
I would have totally picked one of
I
those
got
up
some
and
snakes
seen
at the
that.
show.
Oh yeah. Let's get into Chris's
Yeah,
snakes.
for love
Hour
of
and a
God.
half later.
I'm gonna rapid fire through these.
Fuck, man, you're taking
Uh,
almost as long.
This is literally all my
Dude,
fault.
this was so
So-
much longer. Fuck you, Joe.
So I got another pair. I haven't even talked to Jake, so please
Shut up, Chris.
back it down, boss. So I got a pair of Leonis. These were from Rob Edwards. I think that was what we said his last name was.
Yes.
And so this is a very beautiful little female Jonelle Lopez Jaguar line that is just as aberrant as you want it to be and just as beautiful as it should be. And I got it on Friday early in the morning because how do you not? If
Yeah,
you
man.
Leonis. And I'm going to go through the things that I've eaten because I fed everything the day I got them. So that one ate. And this one is a beautiful Hanson by Alaska line male. And I just love everything about
That's
the snake.
killer.
Yes.
And it just shed. This looks even more
Yes.
vibrant. And I know that it's going to be a little green as it ages. And as far as what I'm doing with Leonis, which is, I guess, everything as far as the complex is concerned, wow, right? That is the best one. In fact, he sent a picture of me rooting through snakes and sent it to John Laster and said, "This guy says he knows you. He's going through your snakes." And that was the best one. That Hanson line. This beautiful snake right here is from Billy
That's
Hunt. This is, I believe, a Matt Most production. Billy, is that correct?
Yes.
This is a little male hognose tricolor. He's already eaten. All these snakes have already eaten. And I have gone on a little hognose adventure. We had to back off on the leopard geckos in my house because I am allergic to mealworms. Though we just do still have leopard geckos. My daughter decided that the answer was hognose. She's obsessed with hognose. I mean, vehemently obsessed with hognose. And we're about to hatch hognose. So every day is exciting when she wakes up or she comes home from school. But this little male tricolor is probably going to have a female soon because he's big enough to breed. And what a weird species. They move odd. They do weird things. But he's beautiful. I'm extremely excited about Billy. Thank you so much. What comes next? So this next animal is from Minka Reptiles. This is a jaguar watermelon. So watermelon used to be thought to be what is called hypogreen, It is what was originally thought to be a co-dominant or dominant gene. And what it is, it's a hypotype found through line breeding. And in this whole world of Western hognose that you're going to see probably a little bit of a trend that I've gotten from my daughter and me to enjoy together. It's mostly her projects, and she feeds them and takes care of them. I wanted something that was line breeding. So this is all line breeding. There's no hets, there's no sable, there's nothing involved in this. It's just this cool OD green color that is in the saddles and this neat little pink base color. It's hard to take a picture of it, and I took these pictures quickly because of quarantine.
Yeah, those pictures don't do that one justice because it definitely is.
No,
For sure.
I sent
much
some
light.
videos
It's
to the
not
group.
nearly as light
that
in the picture.
There's some. It's a really cool OD green color, and it's so neat to have something in your collection of morphs and morphs and morphs. In the Western hognose thing, that's just line bred. This is just line bred goodness. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this is a very special snake. This snake is one of 3, a 1.2 that I got from Jason Keller. He produced. Me and Jason
That's awesome.
have swapped snakes a couple times. As much shit we talk about Jason Keller, he's actually an exceptional colubrid breeder and knows his shit. And he produced some.
Dude, he's an exceptional everything breeder, man.
He actually really is. The dude knows his herpetoculture. He knows his herpetology. He knows his field herping. These beautiful albino hognose that he produced are crispy as can fucking be. You are not going to sit there and look at that animal and not say that that's not more special than just an albino hognose. They have great coloration. They have all I got was herpes. Yes, I got snakes from Keller, and I'm so proud to have these in my collection. I believe only one of them had eaten when I got them from him because they had recently hatched. 2 of them have eaten for me now, and I'll be working with them. It takes a little bit of time with hognose. They like to be a little annoying, but excited to have those. Lily's excited to have them. So yeah, we'll go to the next one. We'll keep rapid firing this.
Pink
Pink
salmon juice.
There it is.
So this is kind of going to continue this line of love. Like, let's say these last few animals have been a line of love. This is an animal that was produced by Kevin Barron, and Kevin Barron was so gracious to give me a trio of snakes for my daughter to enjoy. We've been so gracious to be able to share a few animals between the 2 of us the last couple years, and this is a male Superconda hognose, and he is a fucking tank, and he has this perfect line down his back that is kind of unbeaten. But if you look at that tail, I don't know everything about this thing. I'm not a hognose, like, obsessed with hognose guy, but this is kind of perfect. This is what I would want to see in an animal.
Dude, it's textbook, man.
Yeah, it's textbook rad, right? Like,
yeah,
a really neat not snake, because I am actually convinced now that hognose are just not snakes. But in this line of snakes that were given to me, I cannot divulge enough how special of a person Kevin Barron is. His wife Donna, his children, they are a beautiful, loving family. They spread that love. He is raising his children as perfect as you could raise children. He is loving to his wife as I want to be to mine. He is a absolute God honest beacon of what you should strive to be as a person.
1000%.
Yeah, but him being able to just hand these snakes to me was very special. And the next snake that you're going to see, I believe, is going to be a Honda. So this is also in this actually brother and sister. So both of these snakes are also possible het sable and axanthic, which makes what's called a storm cloud. Though these snakes may inherently seem bare, I would disagree because I just kind of love those taupe colors and kind of really earth tones. These can make something very special in addition. And for him to be able to share these animals with me is something else. My daughter is next level excited. And not only is she excited for the animals, but she's also excited for who they came from.
Dude, and the contrast and the dots on the side.
Isn't that so cool?
Dude,
Isn't
the dots
so
are just
fucking
great.
Cool?
Yeah, man.
It's great. God, they're great. And this next animal I didn't expect from him. This is something he gave me. This is a purple passion line albino female. She is in that purple. It's hard to see in a picture, but it is real. This is something else. This is going to be part of my breeding group. Me and my daughter's breeding group. and I am so excited to be able to just even look at this animal. All of these animals have eaten. Also, by the way, with the exception of that male hognose, he hasn't eaten yet, but the males get a little freaked out. I do feed everything on day one. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I know that's probably not the right thing to do, but here we are. But this thing is special. Man, I look at those. I'm just looking at the picture. I'm just thinking about it. The splits on the dots down the back that kind of go into bands. It's great. It's
Dude,
great.
that's a Sonoran gopher, man.
Yeah. Oh, what an animal.
There it is.
So this animal is extremely
There
special
it
to me.
is.
So John Lasker brought this to the show. He met up with his friend in Florida before he got to the show. I know me and him do live local, just a couple miles away from each other. I have a female Boy Scout Road Alterna that I have raised up. This is a little male. I have been striving to find a male that wasn't directly related to mine, and this is a wild caught by F1, and it is ridiculous. This thing is ridiculous. It was tiny. It was a little thin, and through the grace of God, it did eventually eat for me this week. It ate today.
Nice.
Which I'm very excited about because the Boy Scout Road locality with Alterna is probably the most unique of all Alterna localities. And this one is insane. This snake is insane. If you look at Boy Scout Road locality animals and you look at this animal, you will blow your mind thinking this is an F1 by wild caught. I hope I have of many of the animals I brought home, this is one of the ones I hope does the best for me because my girl has been very special to me. I got her as a wild caught by wild caught. She took a very long time to start eating. She could breed maybe not this coming year, but the next. They take that'll be 5 years old when she's old enough to breed. But she took a very long time to get going. The Boy Scout roads, anything North Olympia is very notorious for being difficult to get going. And this one is the best one I've ever seen. This was a holdback. It was a very special thing that was given to John and was passed to me. And I am so excited to have that animal in my clutch. And it ate. So that's kind of the big thing because it was a little thin, but he ate. So what's the next one? What's the next one? What do we got?
Sorry, I fell asleep.
So this is something a little new for me.
I'm calling the
Something a little
cops.
special.
Boom.
That's not how that works, Jake. So
In the words
I
of Jake, what the
I
fuck
wanted
are
to
you
give a
doing with
couple of
that?
Things that were unique to Australia that were maybe a little bit comparable to things that I already keep. So I said there are some rat snakes in Australia and there are some king snakes in Australia. And if I am going to have a snake from Australia, I want the most resilient one that exists. And
Brettles?
Brettles that don't get 10 foot long or can get 10 foot long, maybe 8 foot long.
They can.
If I wanted something in my collection, I would stop and close my eyes and think about Australia and think about the Reptiles magazine, Australia editions, and see exactly this animal in exactly this position sitting on a red rock, and that would be a Woma. And I am so excited to have these. Casey Cannon did me a huge favor and joined me while picking my pair out. I think me and him both immediately agreed on the two that I was getting. And then after finding out the lineage, these are Keith McPeak line Womas. And so
Hell yeah.
I picked the two with the darkest dorsals. They are both very similar, but one of the most special things about the dark dorsals that we had, and I agree with Billy Hunt, I like seeing that dark dorsal, is the stark contrast you see as that dorsal fades out and then immediately becomes this light color.
Yeah.
I get all the contrast. I get all the dorsal. Huge shout out to Michael Ogle, who sold me these snakes, gave me what I believe is a sweet deal on them, considering the price of these animals now. I am so proud to have these in my collection. They're doing exceptional in quarantine and have both eaten. Again, I've only had a couple of the hognose not eat, and that's actually predictable for hognose. They generally go off feed through stress, and I expect that. That's no problem. These animals both ate the day I received them in my house after a little soak, and then putting them into quarantine. They didn't drink as much water as I thought they were going to. I really thought these things were just the size of them. They were just going to gulp water, and it turns out they just didn't. what a special animal to bring into my house and to have as part of my family. And I do really hope that I have good luck with them.
Hell yeah,
this
man.
This is something I've been looking forward to for a long time. There's a couple other species of pythons I've brought in this year, and that's one of the ones that stand out. And then I think the last one is going to be an impulse buy. So while I was doing myself a favor of producing, I met a herpetologist. His first name is Steven, and I should be referring to him as his last name because he is a doctor. And I cannot remember his last name. I have had a couple imbibing alcoholic beverages tonight. This is a Ryan Young line Western Stimsoni. And I saw these, and me and him chatted, and nobody wanted to buy Cuban boas with me because y'all are a bunch of giant fucking pussies. And I don't
Maybe
know why
next
y'all
year.
don't have. I had my $2,000 for the male, and y'all could have ponied up $2,000 for the female and just done it. But here we are. I was so excited to see these in person. I have never seen a Stimsoni in person. I've only ever seen spotted pythons. And the second I saw that contrast, and it kind of mirrors the Woma, I knew that I loved the idea of arid,
Tylenol.
arid desert species that don't need to be hot, right? Like this whole idea falls to Jani, vertebralis, the conjuncta, the alterna. These are all arid desert animals that don't need to be hot. Stimsoni don't really need to get that warm. And man, I had been reading, very huge shout out to Justin Julander. I assume he listens to this podcast. I was actually reading his children's python book on the plane on the way to Daytona with no intention to ever read these animals. And I walked up to this guy. He was he was one of two people that had Antaresia on the table. The other, there was maybe two, but a lot of people had adult Antaresia. I walked up and he had aplectic. He had Cape York spotteds. He had striped Cape York spotteds. He had children eye. No anthill pythons. But me and him chatted for a little bit, and I was overwhelmed with his generosity to just pour me over with information. And he was as sweet as can be. He also had Mertens monitors. He also had Cuban boas. Like the guy was doing the thing. And I got these beautiful little pair. And wow, feeding these guys was a treat because they are hungry. So very excited to add this to the thing of things I get to work with. The problem is I don't usually do 1.1s for many things because I don't believe that's the way to get into a species. But I do believe that you should keep a species for 2, 3, 4, 5 years before you start expanding on the ideology of that species. I've kept and bred Western hognose many times, or actually bred them this year. I've actually bred Mexican. So I decided that I was safe in a multitude of hognose. So this is kind of my tester. If the Antaresia go well, we may get a few more. If the Woma go well, we'll get a few more. I can't do 1.1 of anything. That's not how my brain works. So this was a special little. I will say this was while I was microdosing. And Katie, I love you so much. You're one of the sweetest human beings I've ever met. I can't wait for you to meet my wife. So yeah, this was she's awesome. So yeah, that's my Daytona story as far as pickups go. Really huge shout-outs are the.
Oh, you still going?
It's about fucking time, Jesus.
I know I went too long. But Kevin Barron, Billy Hunt, Jason Keller, the things that you guys are able to provide don't only excite me, but they excite my family. This is something that I get to interact with my child on. This is something that helps build me as a father. I love you guys. Y'all are great.
Rock and roll, man.
Did hogs. That's pretty cool.
Dude, yeah. So it turns out Keller is really fucking good with animals.
Could have fooled me.
Who knew?
Joey put those keeled lizards, the green keeled lizards.
Oh yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he's been breeding those for a
Really?
while. Yeah.
No
those
shit.
little fucking ones that do the little tongue shit.
Yeah.
They breed you.
Yeah, Keller's one of those guys. Like, you're talking about something randomly, and it could be a species that like no one's done anything with. He's like, oh yeah, I bred those.
Collared lizards are doing great. They're fucking making babies.
It's a sleeper, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So good.
Keeps trying to get me to take Squams and Panesius and
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Turns
that
out.
bastard.
He's gonna do Borneo red Malayans this year.
oh really?
And I was about to say, I don't think Keller has ever in his life ever wanted to sell a reptile. I think he will give you anything that you that he breeds. He's one of those guys. He's one of us. He's one of us.
He's
And
one of us,
take
man,
him.
for sure.
Fucking things, yeah.
For sure.
Whether
Ah.
you want them or not.
Give me those stems then, Chris.
I told you, hey, according to Dr. Julager, it only takes a couple years to breed them, and they're pretty easygoing. So, Harry, I'll send you some.
I don't need them, but we'll see.
I mean, you're gonna get them.
Oh,
They'll
God.
be in the box.
Yeah, and they fit the bill with stuff that is
Mm-hmm.
just headache inducing. So
Angry,
Oh,
don't
how
like
are they
to
headache
eat,
inducing?
little.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah.
bad stimmies are compared to like children eye, but
I think spotted
Take some-
spotted and pygmies are the worst, according to the book. Stimson and I are a little easier, and I thought children's were the easiest. But talking to everybody, I deal with Alterna, so that shit's all easy.
Did anybody?
I thought all baby snakes didn't want to eat. Yeah.
Right, Harry. So I thought
What are you
all of them
talking
ones
about,
that
man?
suck.
What do you mean it just eats?
Joe, what were we gonna say, bud?
Did you talk about what Anna Maria got?
No. So Anna Maria picked up her first ever. Sorry. So Anna Maria currently has a pumpkin phase Florida King. She has a Pueblan milk. Billy, did Vic produce that one?
Yes.
Okay, Pueblan milk read by our friend Vic Lorano, and her pumpkin Florida King was produced by Dan Parker. And then she went up getting a dumpy tree frog. And she says, "You know what? I've got an amphibian. I've got the two snakes. I feel like I should really get a lizard next." And she went up picking up a tangerine leopard baby, a yearling leopard baby,
Nice.
leopard
Let's
gecko. And
go.
dude, its name is Cheese It. Thanks to Casey Cannon. And dude, Billy was kind enough to give her a little tub of mealworms to take home. And dude, we set that thing up in an Exoterra that night, and dude, I just threw a mealworm in front of it, and the thing's a savage, man. I'm so happy for her. So excited. for
Geckos are
that.
dope, dude. They're fun.
Yeah, man.
There-
So now
there was
she's
so
now
much
she's-
Agurnia, man. There was a lot of
There were
Agurnia.
a lot of Agurnia.
There was a
Oh
lot of
my
agreement.
God.
There was a pile.
But I just it was very cool to let her get her first lizard and it be a leopard gecko, because all of us, I feel like all of us, our first lizard was a leopard gecko at some point, you know.
Yep.
And that's just it's fun, man. It's awesome. I'm happy.
Yep, and its name was Cheez It.
Yeah, man. Cheese It for the win.
Which is very fitting.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially after Casey very just definitely caught that box.
dude, it was a bad throw. I didn't expect it to do that. So
It's a team effort.
it's a team
One of my
effort.
favorite
Katie
pictures.
got some plants.
Nice.
I completely forgot that there were plant tables there. So she
Casey got some beautiful plants.
Yes.
There's a ton of plant people there.
Really.
Yes.
I got this sweet Uwabami Reptiles hat. That's the wrong side. Yeah.
There it is.
Hey,
That's right.
look at that.
And
I
none of us
ended
got
up-
kanji tattoos, thank God.
Oh man, it was
Yeah,
so
thank God.
close to that
Woo.
happening.
That was
That
very
like really, really
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
I'm already working on the team tattoo.
Can
I'll
we
show you
not
guys
talk
the
about
ideas later.
That night's haunting me still.
Can we get something else?
I bet.
Terrible. Also, Katie is the only one of you fucks that was not a terrible influence.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
what manner?
Yeah.
You should buy
What
that.
did
You
I
should
do?
buy that. You should buy that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Katie,
yeah, that's fair.
Ever.
Negativity, man. You don't need that.
I mentioned to her that I wanted day geckos, and she was like, "When I met Justin, he had one, and it was a
Oh
huge
my
pain in the
God.
ass." And I was like, "Damn it!"
We were at
My
a
wife's
table with
standing
day
right there.
geckos, and I was just handing them to your wife, and I was like, "These are great. These are standing eye. You know, the Madagascar. These are
I'm
great.
getting. I will have standing eye. That's where it will begin.
It's a slippery slope, bro. It's a gateway drug.
I'm surprised you
Yeah.
didn't go home with some, Harry.
Yeah.
It was very
Garandis,
hard. It's very hard.
Garandis are a gateway drug for any Falsuma.
Oh, Grandis. I'm sorry, I said Madagascar. Yeah, Grandis.
You did that at the show, and I was like, "What's this guy
I
talking
was
about?"
drinking then, and I am drinking now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my fiance is walking around. I guess she went to go to the bathroom or something. On her way back, she says, "I found a gecko. It looks like a leaf." And I was like, "Oh God, here we go, baby, Europlatus." Oh yeah. So in time.
Which I didn't realize Lineatus got as big as they did until I walked by that one table in the second room and saw the.
I don't think anybody realizes that until they
The
see-
Amier Nephris got as big as they did. Jesus Christ!
Oh, for sure, man.
Oh my God!
It's the biggest gecko in Australia, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, little bulldog
I have
geckos. That's
historically. Oh, sorry, Philly. Sorry, Harry.
no.
Good thing. I have
you say
historically
Billy?
said, no, Jake, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
That's been Justin's gonna edit that out. I have always said
No.
that if I ever had a chance to buy Trachyrinchus or Trachyocephalus, I would buy them. And I had a chance to buy Trachyocephalus. And I saw the price. And at $33,750 per gecko.
Yeah.
It wasn't me at the time. I felt it. Like I felt the vibe. I talked with the guy. I told him my past, and I don't think I had $8,000 to spend on a pair of geckos at the time.
It's tough, man.
Yeah, that was a bigger number than I thought I would ever see on them. But then again, I've never seen them for sale. But I did get to see them, which was very impressive.
Yeah.
And
Y'all,
also, oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I've got a hollering baby to go tend to. It has been an absolute treat. Love you all so much. I am going to exit stage right.
Love you too, Harry, man.
Have
Thanks
a
so
wonderful
much.
night.
Harry,
Have a
man.
wonderful night, you all. It was a great time, and I can't wait to do it next year.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess that is our wrapping up point, right?
Yeah, it'd be a good
That's
time.
probably it. Yeah.
Hail Satan, brother.
It's about time, Chris. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, Jake.
Really outdid Jake.
Yeah, that took so long.
I
Probably
talked a
forgot
lot.
2 or 3 too.
I know there's probably other snakes that I brought on.
Didn't
Don't
you also
bring it
get a
up.
lizard?
Daytona.
I didn't have lizards this time. I brought lizards.
Sure did.
Anyways, I love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
Love you, brother.
Still love this crew. This is great.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
It's awesome.
We'll be back Monday for Snakes and Stogies.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
will.
And we'll be back Thursday for Flippin' 10.
And we'll be back at some point for Corn Stars and King
Will
Snake
we?
Chronicles. I don't know, probably. Well, we got 2 more King Snake Chronicles lined up. We just gotta be off work on a Thursday. So
Chondrocast?
Chondrocast?
Oh, Billy with the curveball.
It's that time of the year.
Great.
where
What's
So-
that? What's that?
It's true.
Here's I got an announcement there.
Oh, God.
I deleted the Instagram and Facebook page.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
So the tombstone is real.
The what?
The
Billy
tombstone
said
is
he's about to
real.
start a podcast called the Asian Aptitude, and it's going to be all about Asian rat snakes. Let's go, baby.
It's a good name, Chris. That's a good. I know that was off the cuff too. That was a
That's
good
very good.
name.
I had it in my pocket. I just found it.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
That's
nice.
good.
Oh man.
All
Do you
right,
still, Smitty? You still have chondros, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Phew,
Yeah,
thank
they're
God.
not
I thought,
going
that's what I
anywhere.
thought you were gonna say. I'd be like, oh, I sold them
That
all.
was officially done, like talking about them
Okay.
on a podcast formally. I'm not going to stop talking about them.
Yeah.
Don't ask any
Comparing
questions
everything to
about-
them, but
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for everything. This is great.
Love you
This
guys.
is fantastic. Love you guys. This is awesome. So,
Miss you already.
and
Miss you, man.
Well, this has been episode 3 of the THN podcast Daytona recap. Thank you all for joining in and listening to everybody shit on me for 4 hours.
Anytime, buddy.
brought to you by Fulvius Apparel. FulviusApparel.com.
Yeah.
Use
Oh,
code
you're ready for
THN
a
at
take,
checkout.
bro.
Get 15%
Brought to
off
you
your
by
order.
Jake Toes.
The exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you.
And of course, blackboxcages.com. Check them out. You need a raggedy cage. Black Box has got everything you need.
That doesn't rhyme.
Best of the best. I wasn't trying to rhyme because you say it every
Oh.
episode, and I was, I was trying to be original. Whatever. But,
Nailed it.
Thank you.
see, even when I'm not saying anything, Mike says Packers suck. Like I didn't even do anything. I'm just wearing a
Hey,
hat.
yo, the Packers fucking suck, man. Like,
Oh, okay,
it is what it
okay,
is, dude.
Dallas Cowboys. Okay,
We're
Dallas
not gonna say the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
What
That's
happened?
God's team. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So you
Okay,
hate God.
Dak
Oh,
choke Scott. Fucking piece
Oh.
of shit. We're not even going there.
Packers have won more games in Dallas Cowboys Stadium in the playoffs than the Cowboys have. So
That's
a thing.
a sad thing, isn't it?
Jeff Frederick says Billy Hunt, first episode of the Asian Rat Snake podcast is Mullendorfi exclusive.
Oh my God!
Make it
Billy.
happen, Cap.
Pull your shit together, man.
Yep.
No, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right,
The
everybody.
guests are lining up.
Y'all take longer to end an episode than Jake does to talk about what county you got his fucking snakes in.
I didn't even
Oh my
take
God.
that long. You guys just wouldn't shut the. Oh my
Oh,
God!
But we know how to end one.
We do. That we do.
I hate all of
All right.
you.
There's a cane toad in my yard. I gotta catch it and play with it. Thank you all. Thank you for listening.
Later,
Thank
guys.
you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Go
Bye.
go fuck yourselves.